totaled traffic.
This report is sponsored by Whole Foods Market. Plan your dinner at Whole Foods Market. Get no antibiotics ever organic air-chilled boneless, skinless chicken breasts for 20% off with Prime through September 17th. Go for spicy stir fry or crispy chicken parm. While supplies last, shop in-store or online. Terms apply.
If your mother isn't here to nag you, she'll make a great substitute. Jenny on The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB.
Hello, good morning. It is KDWB on The Dave Ryan Show with me, Dave, and Bailey, and Jenny, and Vontavious Carl Leak. How's everybody doing today? You guys all good? Bailey says she's tired.
I tired.
Feel great. I'm in a very good mood today. My boy Kirsten is going to be in town with a tour that he's working on. So right now he's on a tour bus somewhere like Ames, Iowa. He's pulling into town this morning. Yeah. And just by coincidence, here he is in his hometown. So we're going to see Kirsten later on today. And then I don't know, hang out with him today. So I'm kind of excited about that one. Allison and me and Susan are going to go to lunch with him today. Aww. What are you doing today, Bailey?
Today, so I'm getting lunch with my former coworker from History Day back in the day. And then I have a debate meeting, and then tonight I'm going to go see Back to the Future, the musical at the
Orpheum. Oh,
Orpheum.
how that is. That looks really good.
I know. I'm really excited. I'm going to get rush tickets, and I'm so jazzed. I can't wait.
You are so busy.
I know. Today, I'm looking at my calendar, and I'm like, oh, God. And then we have a meeting after work today, and I was like, oh, I forgot about that.
It's one of those things, and somebody was asking me a little while ago, is like, you get a full day today. I'm like, I got a full week. It's one of those things where it's like the gods are like looking at spare time, and maybe this happens in your life too, and they go, oh, well, there's some spare time in his day. Let's play Tetris and drop in a block of something to do.
Very much that.
So now you got you got 3 spare hours in the afternoon, and the gods above go, they've got spare time. Drop, and they drop a Tetris block into that spare time. So there really is no spare time.
No.
And, most of it's good. And then we're going to the iHeartRadio Music Festival this weekend, too.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
Jenny, what are you doing later on today?
I have such a free day ahead of me. I am so excited, but the rest of my week's really busy. So today I'm going to be very lazy.
Good. You deserve it. Let's do Lyric Shuffle on KDWB. It's going to be me versus Bailey.
Oh, God.
We try to come up with a song that's got a certain lyric in it, generated by the Lyric Generator. Here we go.
Okay, we'll have Bailey go first.
Go first, Bailey.
Jeez. Okay.
Here you go.
People who need people are the luckiest.
One line is probably going to suffice.
That's a full sentence. I didn't even get to the full sentence.
I think you got enough out there.
All right.
Okay.
Barbra Streisand.
Gosh, this is my favorite when you two play.
She just
all right,
needs
wrap
to
it up.
stop.
Wrap it up. Okay, Bailey, 1 point. Here you go,
Yay.
Dave. Tonight.
The
Dancing on top of the Hollywood sign tonight.
What the?
Tonight.
You don't know the words of that song.
I love that song.
It is something about the
Fight
Hollywood sign,
about
isn't
everything. What?
Okay. Don't they say something about the Hollywood sign?
They do. They say
They
dancing
do, but
on top of the Hollywood sign.
He just said it in a weird order.
Okay, got it. Well,
God, I
Dave,
can't
you have
win.
a point. Good job. Tied 1-1 right now.
Yeah.
It's Bailey's turn.
Here we go.
Final.
It's the final countdown.
That's a good one. Nice. Okay. No, one would have been enough.
I had to finish out the tune.
This is the last time I'm playing her. I'm never playing her again. I'm going to play very peaceful.
I think it was fair that she got to finish that part.
Yeah.
You can't just sing the final countdown and not get into the next part. All right, 2 points, Bailey. 1 point, Dave. Here you go, Dave. Bottles.
99 bottles of beer on the wall. 99 bottles of beer. You take one down and pass it around.
98 bottles of beer on the wall.
Yes.
Good job.
Is that what you had, Jenny, as your song?
No, surprisingly, I did not. No, my song was this one.
Popping bottles in the ice.
Okay.
That's what I was said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 2-2. We're on to round 3. Here you go, Bailey.
Okay.
Delicious.
So delicious.
Yes.
And I ain't promiscuous. And if you weren't, I don't know the words to all of it, but she does say
Good
delicious.
job.
So delicious.
It's hot, so delicious.
Good job, Bailey.
Taste of what I got.
Very good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Wow.
You guys have some competition today, David.
We're doing it good today.
All right, this is for you, Dave. Lights.
When the lights go out in the city.
When the lights
I thought I had yours. That's why I was playing it. Just
No.
kidding. Not the same song.
This is
This is
by
a great
far-
song.
Yes,
Yes.
I love this song.
I
We should
love
play
that song.
Yeah.
That we should play that song.
All right, you guys are keeping it spicy today. We are on to the final round and it's tied 3-3. So
Okay.
here you go, Bailey.
Thanks.
Wild.
Wild thing, ba-bum,
Oh,
ba-bum. You make my heart sing.
Yeah.
Good job.
I just barely got it.
You did get in there in time. Good job.
Nice.
Okay, Dave, you have to get this or else Bailey wins.
Okay.
We'll go to a tiebreaker
Fair
if
enough.
you get it. Okay, here you go. Mom.
Mom. Stacy's mom
has got it going on.
Good job.
Yay.
Okay, we are on to our tiebreaker. You just jump in with a song as soon as you know it, okay?
Nobody has
For-
missed their entire
Yeah.
round this
No,
time.
how
Good
exciting.
job. So
Never
you-
happens.
You're both going in on the same word. Here you go.
Okay.
Found.
I found love in a hopeless place. I found love in a hopeless place.
All right, hold on. Dave, sing your song quick.
Finally found the love
Okay.
of a
Oh,
lifetime.
Dave gets it because mine's wrong. Mine's fell in love in a hopeless place, and I said we found love in a
No,
hopeless
it's we found love
Oh, it
in
is
a
this?
I think it
hopeless
is,
place.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I
You
thought
are
it
correct, but Dave
Dave was
started before
very
you.
close.
So he
Ooh.
does win this one.
That
Dang.
was the closest
Good
round
job.
ever. Hey, pull up 5 when the lights
Yes.
go out.
I
Let's
would
do
love
that
to.
one. We're definitely going to play that one. And then I'm going to give a birthday shout out. Happiest 10th birthday to Cole. Have a good day from Mom, Dad, and Kelton. The big 1-0. Happy birthday. Appreciate that. And also check out the video stream. We're online on video on YouTube. Dave Ryan Show on YouTube. You can watch us, or you can see us on Instagram, Dave Ryan Show, or you can see us on Facebook, The Dave Ryan in the Morning Show. We will be right. No, we're going to play it right now. Let's do it. Let's not wait. Here's 5, spelled with the digit 5, IVE, 5, when the lights go out. Anymore. That's 5. We'll be back 1 hour commercial free on KDWB with a woman who got revenge on her husband and he doesn't even know about it. Plus, pink tickets for you next on KDWB. Yeah, I said pink tickets. Stay here.
101.3
KDWB. We're just days away from our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
The biggest headliners in live music will be taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, this Friday and Saturday.
Limited seats still available at AXS.com.
Don't miss A$AP Rocky, Big Sean, Camila Cabello, Doja Cat, Dua Lipa, Gwen Stefani, Halsey, Hozier, Keith Urban, New Kids on the Block, Paramore, Shabuzi, The Black Crowes, The Weeknd, Thomas Rhett, Victoria Monet, and a special performance by Coldplay's Chris Martin.
Plus, some special surprises and moments you are not going to want to miss.
Our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Stream only on Hulu.
And listen right here.
This Friday and Saturday, starting at 9:30 p.m.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
From the Custom One Exterior Weather Center.
Another hot day ahead of us. It's going to be partly sunny, a high of 86. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 85.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. Bank of America has powerful digital solutions for local and global businesses, so you can make every move matter. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. Bank of America, N.A., copyright 2024.
Hey, it's the start of our favorite season in Minnesota, football season. You got all the hype and the action the season brings, but things can get loud and messy quick. True story. Bunch of people at my house, I made chili. I don't remember who was walking to the living room, tripped, toppled the chili bowl upside down on the carpet. Now, we cleaned it up, which was tricky, but then I cleaned it so there was a clean spot in the dirty carpet, and it looked horrible. The good news is my cleaning heroes at Zero Res can clean up all those fumble moments in your home this football season, and lucky for you, you can score big this month with great savings. Here's what I'm talking about. Get your entire home Zero Resified from Minnesota's Ultimate Carpet Cleaner. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129, and get your air ducts clean this month with $75 off. Don't DIY it like I did. Call the pros at Zero Res. 952 is Zero Res. Ask for the KDWB special.
From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB-FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeart radio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Diego.
Hi, Diego. It's Jennifer Coolidge. You know, I just want to say your cashback match makes me feel so special. It really inspired me.
That's great. Doubling the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year is what we do.
Well, I'm doubling everything now. Double dating, double dipping, double feature, double header, double whammy. You know, basically double or nothing.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard. Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating.
Keep celebrating when you bundle and save with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
At Taco John's, we believe a better Taco Tuesday starts with better tacos. That means using 100% North American beef, cooking shells in-house daily, and a deal that makes you say, how are these only $1.29? Taco Tuesday is every Tuesday at Taco John's.
At Shane Company, we believe everybody is made to shine. So put on earrings that make you sparkle, diamonds that light up the room, a modern heirloom you'll treasure. We're all made to shine. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Hey, what are you doing up on the step stool?
About to clean these light fixtures. The whole family's coming over, and if there's even a speck of dust in the house, my abuela will find it.
Here, I got a Swiffer duster to help with that.
A Swiffer what?
A Swiffer duster. It has this cool extendable handle that reaches 6 feet to get high and low, with fluffy dusters that easily trap and lock dust.
So, no more step stool?
No more step stool.
Easily trap and lock dust from hard-to-reach places with the Swiffer duster. Love it or your money back.
Dancing with the Stars is back tonight with an all-new celebrity cast.
Dwight Howard, Tori Spelling, Stephen Nedarashik, Anna Delvey, Eric Roberts, Phaedra Parks, Danny Amendola, Chandler Kenny, Joey Grossaday, Brooks Nader, Jen Tran, Ilona Marr, and Reginald Fell Johnson.
Who will step into the spotlight?
If you got it, flaunt it.
Dancing with the Stars premieres live
tonight at 7 on ABC5 Eyewitness News.
Free now. Free to kick back, relax, and stream beyond your wildest dreams.
Rom-coms, slasher comps, space operas, space westerns, cupcake bake-offs on Mars.
Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky chonkers.
Cats, corgis, babies on demand.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things.
Bowl of chips on the robo-vacuum.
And master devices that have no business being smart.
Smart forks, smart toothbrushes, smart tortilla makers.
Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's the boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber internet. Because with Quantum Fiber, you get peace of mind with a price for life.
That means you keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. No promo pricing or rate hikes. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability. Service in select locations only.
Enter for the chance to win prizes from Snickers and M&M's at MarsWrigleyHalloween.com.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
94, we have delays westbound from Manning to Woodbury. There's an accident 94 westbound on the exit ramp to 694 east. Eastbound 94 slow from Plymouth to Hennepin-Lingdale. On 494, got a crash westbound at East Bush Lake that's blocking the left lane. It's heavy from France. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi.
You deserve a new vehicle. You need one of the best warranties in the industry. You want to save money. Get a 2024 Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross with 0% APR for 60 months and save up to an additional $2,000 exclusively at Luther Brookdale Mitsubishi. Brookdale-Mitsubishi.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like K-Pop Radio, featuring the ultimate in K-Pop. Jimin, New Jeans, Stray Kids, aespa, and more. All commercial-free. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search K-Pop Radio, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
First runner-up in the Lady Elaine Fairchild Lookalike Contest, Dave Ryan on KDWB.
1 hour commercial free on KDWB. Listen to this that we've got on the Talkback feature.
Hi. My husband pees on the toilet seat and won't lift the seat up when he pees. I've begged him for years to just lift the seat. After 7 years, I got tired of asking him because I would always be stuck sitting in his wet, gross pee without warning. It's disgusting. Then I'd spend another 4 or 5 minutes cleaning my legs off. So I started using his bath towel to clean it up. We've been together for 10 years.
I got no problem with that. I got no problem at all. She got cut off. I think she was asking, am I the jerk?
Right.
Absolutely not. Any guy who's over the age of 8 years old should know by now, wipe that pee up. But I go into the building, the bathroom here at the Space Needle Studio. I don't know who does it, but I'm going to guess it's the guys from K-Fan.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I love all those guys, but they're a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Either that or Chris Carr.
They're
Chris
like,
Carr for that guy.
It's
that
too
guy.
girly to wipe up the pee off the seat.
You pee on your mama. Your daddy should have told you, you know what? Hey, little Vince. Vince, we'll call him Vince. You know when you pee on the seat? Okay. Wipe it up. I used to get punished if I got pee in the toilet seat.
You would get punished?
I would get punished.
Jeez.
Yeah, punished, go out and chop wood or go out and feed the chickens or
because
whatever.
You peed on the seat.
Yeah, because Dad was serious about it. And let me tell you, I learned early. What do you think, Jenny? Is she the jerk for doing this?
I mean, no, she's not.
It's his bath towel, though.
I know. I don't think she's the jerk. I'm just wondering what's going to happen if one day he walks in and she's like wiping it up with his towel and he's like, what the hell are you doing there?
Too bad, Bailey.
I want to know what color the towel is, because clearly if it's white, he's going to know eventually.
I'm picturing a multicolored beach towel, but that's just me, Vaughn.
I don't think it matters what color it is, Bailey. You don't smell pee on your towel? No. Punish him in some other way, but that's cruel.
Is it cruel? She has to sit down in his pee. His excuse could be like, well, wipe it off before you sit down.
It's not my job.
No, it's not her job.
It's not my pee-pee.
It's not.
Do you live with a man or a 15-year-old boy who still doesn't get that you got to wipe the pee? Lift the seat up.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one.
Or just sit, yeah.
You can't sit.
What do you mean?
I don't endorse boys sitting.
Why?
Now, that might sound old-fashioned,
Yeah.
but boys are given a birthright of standing up to pee.
Yeah, but boys have also had phones now, so they just like to sit
down
on
and
the
look
toilet,
at
I
their
think,
phone.
regardless.
That maybe I do know some people who taught their sons, you sit down to pee because I don't want pee on the toilet seat. I'm like, nah, it might sound old-fashioned, but I think a boy is the birthright. You know, listen, there's certain things, sex is to have the different things.
Okay.
You know, everybody's born with a different, people buy you free drinks.
They don't, but
Well, you get the idea.
sure. So this is your God-given right.
God-given right.
Is that you can stand up
pee
to
anywhere.
pee.
Pee off the side of the boat if we want to.
You could if you wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey, have you ever tried as like a child to stand and pee?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
I think every girl
100%.
has, right?
Absolutely. You're like, the boys can do it. I can try.
I
And
can
then you
do it.
realize
What happens, Jenny?
Real quick. It goes everywhere.
It goes everywhere.
Goes everywhere,
There's
like down the
no
legs?
direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it splatters onto the wall. Next thing you know, you just have an entire scene.
And you're like, oh, God.
And then you realize, okay, this is why we sit.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's maybe that's the answer. Can you tell your husband to sit down to pee? Well, it didn't even work to tell him to wipe off the pee from the toilet seat. Or don't pee on the toilet seat. You ever, like, guys will go in the urinal and it'll say something like, we aim to please.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You aim to, T-O-O, comma, please, question mark. You aim to please. You wouldn't know that because you're not a boy.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Vaughn? Is that so? You say that she's terrible for wiping off the pee with the toilet with the bath towel.
I don't think terrible, but there's other things you could do. But at the same time, my man, like, wipe your pee up or sit. And it's not about, because you keep saying, I don't teach my boys to sit. I mean, there's some guys, like grown men, that could just be lazy and not be taught, but they'll just be like, oh, I'm just going to sit because I want to sit.
We got to take your pants all the way down to sit.
Yeah, but it's relaxing. I will go on this radio. I will admit, there have been plenty of times where I have sat down to pee.
Are you serious?
I will admit that on this radio station.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm happy you admit it.
Especially
Find your
like
peace, yeah.
we wake up so early in the morning for this show, and sometimes I'm just not at the peace of mind to just stand there and and aim and da da da. No,
Yeah.
sometimes you just want to be lazy.
And he's already not wearing pants, so it's easy for him to just walk in and sit down.
Yeah, I don't wear pants.
Just know. Text messages. There's a bunch of these. My stepson doesn't pee on the toilet, but he will clog it, and it will be clogged for days. So I leave it. It is not my job. There is a young lady that used to live with me that would clog her toilet all the time. I'm not going to say her Allison. I mean her name. I'm not going to say it.
I wonder who that is.
But she would clog her. Dad! She'd yell from upstairs, Dad, the toilet's clogged.
We weren't allowed to go number 2 in one of the bathrooms because it didn't have as good of plumbing.
Really?
Same.
We always had to go to the little bathroom.
Yes.
It was the big bathroom and the little
Yes,
bathroom. You
yes.
go number 2 in the little bathroom.
little
Ours is
bathroom.
the upstairs bathroom and the downstairs bathroom, and you went number 2 in the upstairs
In the
bathroom.
upstairs bathroom, we had to get Allison. I mean, a certain person. We had to buy and expand it. It's called a Toto T-O toilet. T-O-T-O. T-O-T-O. Toto toilet. And if you look at the ads online, they basically flush a bowling ball down this toilet, and I'm like, and it never clogged after that.
Good.
Thank you, Allison.
Good.
Text messages. My 32-year-old husband pees on the toilet seat. He's teaching our 2 sons no different. It's so frustrating. This one says, my husband wipes the toilet seat with one of those bleach wipes after he poops every time, but he doesn't wipe off the bleach. So my shirts have stains on the bottom and the back. You can't win. You can't win.
I'm going to be worried about my butt cheeks being bleached after that. If I'm sitting down. You just get like a really white butt.
Toilet, yeah.
Somebody called us a bunch of ableists. What is an ableist? And does that apply in this situation?
I think they're probably referencing to the fact that we said it's okay. Well, some of us said it's okay to sit and pee, but maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, an ableist is discrimination against people with physical or mental disabilities.
Right.
So I don't think that applies here.
So obviously, sit down if you need to sit down.
Yeah.
I'm all for sitting down. I had a boyfriend who sat down to pee every time he went to go pee. He was like, it's comfortable. I was like, good for you, girl.
Somebody texted and said, I sit down to pee every morning. I'm a guy. And I'm going to stand for all the men that do it. Somebody else just said, I stand with Vaughn on this.
Some guys do. You know what? You get in the privacy of the bathroom, you get to do whatever you want.
Dave, why don't you try it?
You can face the other way and aim it back between your legs if you want to. I don't care. It's your bathroom. It's your privacy.
You should try it out. Try it out and report back tomorrow.
Sit down to pee?
Sit down to pee.
I'm going to pass.
No, try it out and report back
Dave
tomorrow.
doesn't need one more thing to distract him to sit on his phone. He doesn't need to like now he's like going to pee and he's gone for an hour because he's sitting on his phone.
Dave's taking a pee break and it's like 15 minutes long.
He gets a hemorrhoid just from sitting there for too long.
That's another one. You don't want to sit in the toilet too long because I used to play Tetris on the toilet. And then I learned that is a bad idea.
Oh, my gosh. This text that just came in, it says, I see her pee towel and raise her a booger loofah. When my boyfriend leaves a snot rocket on the shower floor, I use his loofah to clean it up because gross. You know, why is your boyfriend leaving snot rockets on the shower floor? I get like kind of blowing some snot out in the shower. I think a lot of people do that.
Snot rocket.
I do not, but I respect that. Okay.
I'm going to start a band. I'm going to start a band called Snot Rocket.
I like it. That's probably not taken. Look
probably
it up.
not. Hey, everybody. We're Snot Rocket. This is Wonderwall.
Let us know if we got that one right. I'm not sure that we did, but maybe we did. All right, we're going to give away pink tickets right now on KDWB. Here's the way it's going to work. I'm going to read you a story, and then I'm going to ask you a question, okay? I will read a story. Listen closely. You're going to answer a question. Here we go. Samantha woke up early on a Saturday morning, determined to hit the gym and work off the indulgent Taco Bell dinner she had the night before. She carefully selected her favorite pair of Nike black leggings, a Lululemon neon pink sports bra, and matching Adidas sneakers. She braided her long brown hair and applied a light layer of Maybelline mascara. She grabbed her Hydro Flask reusable water bottle and headed for the door. As she walked into Snap Fitness, she was greeted by the familiar scent of sweat and Clorox wipes. She made her way to the treadmill, adjusting the speed and incline to her liking. With each step, she could feel the burn in her muscles and the sweat dripping down her forehead. After an intense workout, she felt accomplished and ready to take on the day. But what was her name?
Oh, come on.
What was her name? If you got the answer, you call me and you win pink tickets.
But I don't know. I was so focused on every other little detail.
Yes. What was her name? 651-989 KDWB. We'll do that. We'll look for a winner while we do the dirt, and we'll come back with a winner coming up next on KDWB.
The Dave Ryan Show, 101.3 KDWB.
Diddy arrested in New York last night. They're keeping the details pretty well capped, so we don't really know a whole lot about that one, but we'll tell you more if we find out. Let's see. Mandy Moore is experiencing what sounds like a plot from a horror film. She's pregnant and being followed by a creep stalker in a car. She shared on her Instagram story, I'm literally about to give birth any second, and for the last few days, there's been someone who has followed me in their car everywhere. She thinks it could be paparazzi. The driver ignores traffic laws to stick to her bumper. I noticed this guy U-turn, run red lights, run stop signs, and all of that stuff.
Jeez.
That's just horrible to anybody, but to much less somebody who's about to deliver a baby.
I want to know how she shook him off in the end.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just runs inside. I'm not really sure. Yeah. In other dirt, Tom Cruise volunteered for all those stunts at the Olympics. He would not get paid for it. They said, hey, let's get a stunt person to do these stunts for you. He said, I'm in, but I want to do all the stunts myself. It wasn't his only sacrifice. He had a tight window in his Mission Impossible production schedule to shoot those stunts. The Olympics president said he finished filming in London at 6 in the evening, jumped on a transatlantic flight, landed at 4 a.m. to film the Los Angeles scenes. Didn't he skydive over L.A. and then climb to the top of the Hollywood sign?
Mm-hmm.
I think so, yeah. Travis Kelce is the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL, making $17 million a year, but that's just chump change compared to the $52 million that he makes on commercials and his podcast.
Wow. Must be rough.
And he gets to spend the night with Taylor Swift.
He does.
What a life.
What a life also, too. Like, obviously, he already makes a ton of money. Whatever. He's a great football player. But then to just increase your value so drastically because of who you're dating.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that amazing? It's so true, yeah.
I'm working on it. I'm going to get Jeremy Allen White. I'm pretty sure we're going to start dating.
Who is it you're going to get?
Oh, my
The guy from The Bear. I watched his Emmys, speech the other day, and he wasn't wearing a wedding ring. So that means he's available.
I think he might have a girlfriend.
Doesn't matter.
You're right. It doesn't
No ring. He ain't married.
Okay.
He ain't married.
And he works in Hollywood. He might be into some weird things.
Yeah, like a random,
Chances are.
slightly locally famous radio host in Minnesota.
Slightly. All right, we do have somebody on the phone. Jennifer. Good morning, Jennifer.
Hey.
Were you paying attention during that story?
I think so.
Okay. She went to Snap Fitness. She worked out. She was wearing all these things. But what was her name?
Samantha?
Is correct.
Good job.
I'm really impressed because I really thought that would stump everybody.
I did not know it.
I did.
That is amazing.
Good.
Yay.
Good job.
Awesome.
You're going to the Pink Show coming up a month from tonight, October 17th at the XL Energy Center. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Please hold one moment. We'll have more Pink tickets for you coming up in about an hour, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Okay.
at 8:20.
Where are we with Bailey's birthday bash and the seltzer? Because we have a vote online right now.
Yeah, Vaunt might know where it is, but he's on the phone, obviously. So actually,
What are your top choices?
My top choices, what I told Vaunt.
Because they named a drink after Bailey. It's a seltzer for her birthday bash coming up on Thursday at Forgotten Star.
Yes. I have Bailey's Bubble Blitz, which I liked, Bailey's Boozy Bubbles, Bailey's Salacious Seltzer, and then someone texted in Drinky McDrinkface, which I thought was hilarious. So might
So
be
you're
that
going to let
one.
people vote and you're going to accept the
People
vote?
are going to vote, and I'll accept the vote. Yeah, whatever they vote for, I'll accept it. Thank you for all the text messages and ideas for what to name my seltzer.
And we think there's going to be a food truck there because we need to have a food truck there too.
I just messaged my friend because I know the person who owns Hodgepodge. And so I'm seeing if they're there on Thursday because I know they're always there on weekends. I'm just unsure if they're there throughout the week.
Okay. Anyway, we'll be there for Bailey's birthday bash. She's never had a birthday party before in her life.
In my life.
Ever. You never went to Chuck E. Cheese?
No.
You never went to, did you ever go to Build-A-Bear and make a bear when you were a little kid?
I think Build-A-Bear wasn't a thing when I was like a little kid.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do any of that. I had cake. My dad's birthday is tomorrow, and so mine's on Thursday, so we would usually just make 2 cakes and just eat the cakes.
Not fair. That is not fair. Mama Rhonda, I am disappointed.
No, don't be. I love Mama Rhonda.
No, I love Mama Rhonda too, but she never gave her little girl a birthday party.
Well.
So we're making up for it. Bailey's birthday bash in Fridley at Forgotten Star Brewing. We'll all be there 5 until 7 Thursday from KDWB. We've got somebody on the phone who it's a very interesting, very different kind of a group therapy. Let's get started. See what you think.
101.3 KDWB, The Dave Ryan Show. Group therapy.
Okay, we got Carissa on the phone. By the way, fake name to protect the innocent. Carissa, good morning.
Good morning.
You listen to the show all the time, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And you had something happen to you the other day, and you thought, I'm going to write in and then be on the phone with this dilemma. School's only been in for like a week or two, and there's already an incident at school, and you want to see whether you're right or wrong. What happened?
So I have a 13-year-old son in 8th grade who brought leftover fast food onto the bus. When he was getting off the bus, he tried to look for a garbage, couldn't find one. And this is the part where he also did wrong. He was going to litter a sauce, a half-used sauce, I would say roughly less than an ounce of sauce, threw it to the left of him, and it hit a child. It hit another student. And now the parents are requesting that I buy this child new clothing, so like a sweatshirt, jeans, tennis shoes, and a backpack. They're basically saying that I need to purchase brand new attire for this child because of this incident.
Okay, so how'd they get a hold of you? Did they email or call, or how'd they reach out to you?
So, no, they went through this principal, and then they went through the city police.
The police?
The police.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, they were taking this way too seriously. Okay.
They wouldn't give me any of the child or the parents' information, so I wrote an email and just said, please forward this to them. And so then one of the parents ended up calling me, and I just politely said, like, this was an accident. Like, my son didn't throw this onto your child on purpose. I'm so sorry. I can help you try to get it out. And when I say this sauce was like a ketchup, it's not something that like would. I don't understand how everything's completely ruined. And
you wash it out. It's a sauce. Yeah. It is water soluble. It is probably easy to wash out.
Yep. And so I declined. They were very upset. They used language like I was punishing their daughter, things like that. And I was just so confused. And I just want to know, am I wrong? Like, should I be purchasing this child a new backpack, a new sweatshirt, new jeans, and new tennis shoes?
Did you ask for photos of this horrible stain? Because you say it's a little sauce packet, and I can picture it's like, you got your hot mustard sauce or your barbecue sauce or whatever. You throw it. You shouldn't have thrown it. There's no question.
Right.
100%.
But there's like a little bit in there. Could it stain? I mean, it sounds like you threw a cup of sauce.
Right, honestly.
Well, so I did not ask for pictures. I don't think they were going to allow that anyways, because I did ask if my son could apologize to the child, and they were like, no. And so I was like, okay, well, whenever you're ready, he does have because we still don't know the child's name. And I was like, well, whenever they're ready, we have like a written apology.
Okay.
So I just want to know I've talked to other people and they're like, no, like that's like, what if somebody would have slipped at school with a school lunch tray and spilled on her?
Well, yeah, I think the difference is he threw it. That was irresponsible. Right. I want to ask you a question. And has it ever entered your mind? Because one of the first things I thought was that your son, and tell me if I'm wrong, that your son deliberately threw it. Was there any inkling that your son deliberately threw it at her?
No, and it's also on video. And so the principal said, he's like, you can tell he didn't even look. He just kind of tossed it.
There's video?
There's video.
Probably
everywhere.
Security, cameras at the school.
So he just kind of tossed it casually because he couldn't find a place to throw it away. Okay. That's a 13-year-old boy for you.
Yeah.
And it is, and they do dumb things. But I don't think that you should, it's just, I don't know. I don't think that you should have to pay for everything and buy a new backpack. It's like just one of the hazards of going to school.
Yeah,
when
you're
I was
going to get dirty.
John Didlow, that was his real name, John Didlow, terrible name, threw up on my brand new down coat. Oh, I was so proud that I had a down coat, and he threw up on it on the bus. At no point did I ever say, you need to pay for my coat. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we have some text messages that kind of agree.
It's like back and forth, honestly, though.
No, I bet it is. There are probably some people taking both sides.
A lot of people are saying that accidents happen and that they can expect things like this, like you just said, Dave. But some of these people say absolutely not. You can't tell me that a sauce packet ruined all of that. They can pound sand. This is mind blowing. That's from Large Marge. Thank you.
I think it's insane that they went to the police and got your info, but you don't even know this kid's name. You said, let me see what the damage is, and they won't give you any of that, but they can contact you.
Right.
That's a bit absurd.
How much did they ask you to spend to replace the backpack, sweatpants, shirt, whatever?
We didn't even get into prices.
Okay.
Once they started naming stuff off, I was like, absolutely not. I was like, listen, I apologize. I was like, if you need help washing it, if you because then I started thinking too, what if this is a low-income family, and what if they don't have a washing machine? And I was like, if you want, you can leave everything at the school. I'll come grab it. I can come clean it. I will, I will do whatever I can.
Yeah.
And there was nothing. Nope, you're punishing my daughter. You're
Do you think it's kind of a cash grab, kind of like something? Somebody would be like, hey, we can make $85 out of this. Do you think it's a cash grab?
I don't know. I that's kind of where I started to feel bad is it like what? I don't know their circumstances, but I tried. I mean, I honestly feel like I tried everything besides paying for it to make it better. So then I kind of felt like it was at the end because if I'm like,
it's like because you made a bunch of offers to be like, okay, I'll clean it, we'll apologize, and no, they still want the money for the clothing. So we've got a bunch of text messages. I am a teacher. I would never expect this mom to pay for the stuff. If he purposely cut their shirt or something, maybe, but this, no way. Another teacher says, absolutely not. As a teacher, these things happen. An apology is just fine. This one says he should be kicked off the bus.
What?
Wow. She could get her a new backpack. You can't wash those. School just started.
Yes, you can. You can definitely wash a book bag. I've done it several times.
Throw it in the washing machine, right?
Yeah, and then just let it air dry. This book bag I've had it since high school. Washed it for years.
Yeah, I've watched it.
It's a Scooby-Doo bag. He's got a Scooby-Doo backpack. It's adorable.
I think another factor, though, is the fact that they're demanding, new clothes and a new backpack. So you're saying that this little, 1 ounce sauce pack got all over everything.
Right.
That feels very unrealistic. So I feel like that's unfair.
You have to have malicious intent to see something like this and be like, ooh, this is a quick cash grab. Like, how do you think of something so small and be like, oh, we're going to milk this and get money out of them?
Well, here's what's funny. Somebody said, I had this happen to us. It turns out the family had no money and was trying to get new, nice stuff for their child. And that was kind of something you considered.
I mean, I grew up with no money too. And I think something like that would really break my heart if I just got a new backpack and it was stained with a sauce. I totally get that. But my mom would never go after the other parent like that. They would be like, okay, we'll try to get it out, whatever. And would accept the apology from your son.
If you just turn the radio on, we're talking to a woman whose 13-year-old son the other day was taken, had leftover fast food on the school bus in the morning, I'm guessing, right? In the morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Gets off the school bus. He's got a half-full sauce packet of, I'm picturing barbecue sauce from McDonald's and chicken McNuggets. And he looked for a trash can, according to him, and then he carelessly threw it to his left, and it hit this girl. And it doesn't matter if it's a boy or a girl, and it got sauce on her backpack, her shirt, her pants, and her shoes. Now, maybe a droplet or two.
A likely story, yeah.
But now they got a hold of the principal, and the city police who gave them your phone number?
So when the principal contacted me and then the police contacted me, I asked them, I was like, can you give them my contact information? They said, not without an email. So I sent an email written to them and asked them to reach out to me if they needed anything because I knew they were asking about the money. And I was going to tell them I wanted to know more information about it. And so I allowed them to have my phone number.
Okay, gotcha. A bunch of opinions. I would say probably 4 out of 5 opinions are you shouldn't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
But 1 in 5 will be like, yeah, it sounds like you're not taking any responsibility for your son. I would definitely make sure if Carson did that, I'd be like, are you kidding me? You're 13. You're not 8. You know better than that. So, but you did that.
Ooh, someone texted and said, if she pays for the clothing and backpack that were ruined, then you get to have the ruined clothing and backpack. And they said it happened with my daughter and a pair of pants. They weren't happy that the pants were now ours.
Oh, yeah, there you go. You do that.
I think a lot of people agree, though, that the school isn't doing a very great job with handling it because if they're giving out your information, but you're not getting any information about the other people, that seems like a weird way to mediate this whole situation.
This text says, I work at a bank. Everybody is out for a cash grab right now. That's kind of sad. It's okay to hold kids accountable for mistakes. So, make sure that they are. Let's go to somebody on the phone here. We'll wrap this up in a second and see what you think. Let's talk to Sarah. Sarah, we're looking at it wrong. Why are we looking at it wrong?
I'm just looking at it from a little girl's point of view. If you get ketchup all over your clothes that you probably picked out, all your new stuff for school, and some kid throws ketchup, it's his fault whether he intended to or not.
True. That is absolutely true. Yes.
Just replace the clothes and be done with the whole thing. And tell your kid not to throw ketchup again.
You know what? I
don't think we don't always have to think people are malicious. People are just trying to get by.
But some people are malicious, and that's the thing. And I totally get what you're saying, and that was one of my first things that I would say. If you can afford to pay for it, pay for it, maybe make your kid pay for part of it, and then just be done with it. You know? I mean, that's a possibility, too.
I have a question.
Thank you, Sarah.
If I'm, let's just say, walking to school and somebody drives by a puddle and the puddle splashes mud on me, do I chase that car down and get their info so they can pay for that outfit?
Well, because it's not their fault. I don't know. That seems like a weird.
Well, neither is the ketchup packet, though. Is what
No,
I'm
it
saying.
is, though.
It is, though, because
It
he
is his
threw
fault,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. I think, like, I don't know. This text says it was an accident, truly an accident. Accidents has happened. They can be washed. It was a sauce. Sauce just needs to be pre-treated and washed.
You get one of those Tide sticks.
Yeah.
You get a Tide
Tied to
stick.
go.
You get a Tide stick. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Somebody says, and this is interesting, I feel like there's more to the story.
Maybe, but she did.
promise there's not.
I was
Okay,
going
I
to say, she
believe
did
you.
say
I
that
believe you.
there's like video footage of it. So
There
you're,
is, yep.
yeah.
Yeah. And someone else texted, if it was about the clothes, they would send pictures or let this woman attempt to clean the clothes or even have them professionally cleaned. So they think it's about the money, because if it was about the clothes, then they would let her clean them.
I think you're right. What do you think you're going to do now? Are you going to fight it? You think you're going to just pay for it? What do you think you're going to do now?
Well, I'm just letting like everything settle because I talked to the parent. They were not happy. And I said I could call them back later. I was in the middle of a meeting. And so I said I could call them back later. They declined that. So I haven't heard anything from the school or like the officer or the parent. And so I'm just kind of letting the dust settle. My son has written an apology letter that obviously we can't give it to anybody because we don't know who the child is. But and the other thing is my son actually has to do now when he gets off the bus for a week, he can no longer sit outside with the children. He has to go inside for like a half hour and sit with like the office. So he's having like repercussions of this, and he's grounded at home. So it's not like I'm not holding him accountable.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna. The only portion that I declined is to pay for the clothing.
Okay.
Sure.
Most people are saying you should not have to pay for anything, but there are a few people who say, yeah, the girl was disappointed and embarrassed, and, you know, I don't know. I mean, I think what I would probably do is be like, I would complain a lot. I would bitch a lot. I would moan a lot, but then I would probably pay it and say, God, can't believe parents. Parents are the worst.
Yeah. I would just be, I'll clean your clothes. Send me your clothes. I'll clean them. Period.
Hey, one more call. We got the last word on this one. Let's talk to Gina. Gina, something happened similar to you. What happened?
So my son wrecked a girl's Stanley water bottle at school, and they wanted us to replace that as well. And my husband was not on board with it, so he asked for the person to return the water bottle to us first. So we got to keep the broken one, and then we would replace it with the exact same one. And as soon as we said we wanted the broken one back, then they dropped everything and said no.
Oh.
So, and someone else said that too. So maybe that's a good tactic. Say,
Yeah.
give me the damaged one.
Well, I think that's what I'm going to do.
On Amazon,
Say that again, Gina. Sorry.
before they replace it.
Say that one more time.
If something's broken when they send it to you,
Yep.
you have to return it back before they give you a new item.
Okay,
Sure.
gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you, Gina. Hey, Carissa, I hope we helped you somehow. We'll do anything on group therapy. If you got something you want to run by us and get people's opinion, love to help you out. Send an email to ryanshow@kdwb.com. We are giving away more pink tickets about another half an hour or so. We're also doing votes for Bailey's seltzer flavor, seltzer name at Bailey's Birthday Bash. Is there a leading vote getter right now?
I don't know if Vaughn knows he's on the phone.
Vaughn's
He's always on the phone every time
It's
you
on
bring it up.
Instagram stories at Dave Ryan Show. Let's see what the polls are.
Okay.
Thank you, Vaughn.
Sorry.
No, you're
Sorry,
fine.
people are calling.
No, it's like every time Dave asks it, you're on the phone. And I don't know.
He's looking.
He's looking. He's
I'm
looking.
Right
He's
now,
looking.
Bailey's Bubble Blitz is in the lead.
Okay.
Bailey's Bubble Blitz.
Nice.
You like that one?
It's
Are you
cute.
okay with that
I
one?
mean, I picked the ones that I like the most to be voted upon.
And then Bailey's Boozy Bubbles and Bailey's Salacious Seltzer are tied.
Okay. What about Drinky McDrink Face?
Not one vote.
Not
yet.
one vote?
for Drinking Me Drink Face. All right. We're about to do the Daily Bailey on KDWB.
Well,
so
before we get into that,
Yes.
we want to solicit because we are hoping we can get some HR managers on with us tomorrow during the show because we want them to fire us.
what?
Yes.
It's going to all these years and it's finally going to happen.
It is going to happen.
Okay.
So if you happen to be an HR manager, you can feel free to text in or you can email me, Jenny@kdwb.com, and we're going to have you on the show tomorrow morning and you're going to fire us. It'll be around this time. So if you're free around 7:45, 7:50-ish.
Okay. So you will get a scenario like you need to fire Bailey because Bailey has been caught sleeping on the job. She'll sleep at her desk. She'll go out to her car and take a nap.
Just so
and
tired.
It's cut into her productivity. So you need to fire Bailey. Or we'll have Jenny. Jenny's getting fired because Jenny always shows up late.
Yeah.
Or you'll fire Vaughn because he's been spreading rumors around the radio station. So we're going to have the battle of the HR managers on the show tomorrow for the firing Olympics. So you will fire each of us, and we'll just see how you do.
Yep.
Because how did this come up anyway? It's such a weird bit.
It was your idea.
Weird ideas.
You came up with it. You were like, let's have someone fire us.
How do they get a hold of you if we do this?
You can email me, Jenny at KDWB.com.
Okay. Email Jenny at KDWB.com. About this time tomorrow?
Yes.
To fire all of us here on KDWB. All right, now the Daily Bailey. What do you got today, Bailey J?
You're going to think this is so stupid, Dave. But yesterday I was at a bar called Beckett's in Uptown, and it's a sports bar. And they have obviously a lot of sports going on lots of TVs. But then they had this one TV that was playing like niche ESPN YouTube channel. And there I have become a better person because on that screen, I got to see the U.S. pizza team. And the U.S. pizza team were doing skills competition, and I was watching freestyle acrobatics of pizza makers.
Like throwing it in the air?
Yes. And it was the coolest thing ever. So I looked it up. Obviously, it's a real thing, the U.S. pizza team, and their tagline is promoting pizza through sportsmanship. And they were founded in 2000 with the goal of bringing competition and excitement to the pizza industry. But they have all of these different competitions, and this is what was just like playing on the TV at Beckett's. So their competitions that they have box folding, largest dough stretch, fastest pizza maker, and freestyle acrobatics. And I was watching freestyle acrobatics, and they were just like throwing this pizza dough up in the air. And then it was funny because it was in this like super tiny little like box that's like curtained off, that's clearly in like a conference room sort of area space. And these guys are just like throwing this pizza up in the air, and they're trying to catch it with their head and make it look really cool. And then there are judges who are like sitting and writing like it's a very cool,
like
refined competition.
Yes,
but they're just throwing pizza dough up in the air. And so I looked it up to see like what they're judged on for these freestyle acrobatics. And they're judged on difficulty, dexterity and handwork, technique and originality, power moves and combos, which are things like handstands, flips, dance.
Oh, wow.
Or any dramatic acrobatics. And then entertainment value as well. So they're judged on these 5 things in this freestyle acrobatics of pizza making. And oh my gosh, it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. I was an instant follow on Instagram from me, the U.S. pizza team. I never knew about it until yesterday, and I feel like everyone needs to know about it, which is why I brought it up today.
I was always an admirer, like you see like videos. It's always in a movie. I've never really seen, I don't think, in real life, somebody throwing pizza dough up in the air and know what happens. But usually if you watch a movie and they're at a pizza place, in the background, some woman's throwing pizza dough up in the air, and it's always really admirable because I don't think they do that over at Papa Murphy's. I think they just mush it out into maybe they're pre-made. I don't know.
Right.
But I would watch that.
I wonder if Papa Murphy and Papa John are the judges for this. Like, I feel like who knows pizza better than Papa Murphy and Papa John and Mr. Domino?
Text message, dude. I was watching the guy throw pizza dough on TikTok the other day, and I was oddly turned on by it.
It was cool. It was cool. Watching these people throw the dough was really cool. And then we got me and my friends were so into it. And we were actually like judging the people ourselves, like we do with the normal Olympics, where they're like, you didn't land that triple back spring flatbed. Wow, I can't believe you didn't land that. And same with this pizza dough thing. I'd be like, that is way too thin. He's really playing with fire here. He's going to tear it. Oh, he tore it. Of course he did.
Text message, I did the competition. I was 17 for Pizza Hut. I competed in the fastest pizza contest. I was literally the slowest person there. LOL. They are so fast. It is unreal.
That is so cool.
That is kind of funny. Thank you, Daily Bailey.
Thank you, guys.
On KDWB on the Dave Ryan Show. 1 hour commercial free. We are on video, streaming video, and you can watch us on Facebook, The Dave Ryan in the Morning Show, or on YouTube if you want to. You can watch Dave Ryan Show, or on Instagram, Dave Ryan Show as well. The Wiggles were Carson's jam when he was little. He loved the Wiggles.
Mhm.
I heard fruit salad,
Yummy,
yummy, so
yummy.
many times. And I know all about Captain Feathersword.
Yes.
Oh, I
the
love
friendly
Captain
pirate.
Feathersword.
The pirate that tickled you with his sword,
Mhm.
right?
I'm sorry. Hold on.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What?
Yes, you heard right.
I did
Captain
not grow up
Feathersword.
with Wiggles.
Oh.
Yeah, but he had the wiggly party. Everybody's coming.
Stamp,
He
stamp,
had-
stamp. Clap, clap, clap. Wiggle your hips just like that. Oh, that
Look
was
at
my
you.
song right
well,
there.
you and Carson are exactly the same age.
Mhm.
The Wiggles there's a song they have,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Bouncing Balls. And people are talking about this because it's kind of a little spicy. I'm going to play it for you, and it's all about bouncing balls. But when they wrote this song, they were deliberately being a little spicy.
All right, everybody, it's fitness time. Time to get your balls out. Have some fun bouncing balls. Tell us about it, Lockie. Tell us about it.
Running and jumping, be careful not to fall. Make it even better when you bounce your ball. Bouncing balls, yeah, let's bounce some balls. Bouncing balls on the ground or against the wall. Yeah!
Come on, everybody, bounce your balls.
And they're all in the video. They're all bouncing balls.
Happily bouncing
Happily,
balls
yeah.
with a smile on their face.
Okay, here we come. Verse 2.
Basketball, volleyball, football, fun. If you can juggle your balls, you are number one. Bouncing balls, yeah, let's bounce some balls. Bouncing balls on the ground or against the wall. Yeah!
Harmony.
Come on, everybody, juggle your balls.
Juggle your balls.
Do what?
Now he's juggling balls. That's Greg. He's, I think, one of the...
No, Anthony. Anthony.
Anthony,
the blue
yeah.
wiggle?
The
Okay,
blue one.
right,
He's my
yeah.
favorite.
Greg retired.
Purple balls,
Red balls.
yellow balls too.
You know my favorite bubble is the color blue.
Okay, now you notice, I will stop right there. You notice they're like yellow balls and red balls and green balls too, and then they don't say blue balls, but they go, here, I'll play it for you again.
purple balls,
Red balls.
yellow balls too.
You know my favorite bubble is the color blue.
So they never say blue balls, but
No.
you know.
They know.
You
That's
know.
why they put it last.
I told this to Susan last night. I played it for my wife because she grew up. I mean, she watched the Wiggles too with Carson. And she's like, you guys are all a bunch of preverts. You're a bunch of preverts. You guys are sick. You take everything clean and family and you make it into something disgusting. And I'm like, yes, we do.
Is it us, though, or is it the Wiggles?
I think the Wiggles did it on purpose.
They had to.
They did 100%.
Well, you gotta think that they gotta come up with content that appeals to little kids. And what do kids love? They love to play with toys, including balls.
But
So
there's two music videos for this song, and one of them, it's like a dancing tree or a bush or something, and he's like doing the Harlem Shake or something, and he's thrusting his hips in a very sensual way, which you have to think this is what they know what they were doing.
I think that they absolutely knew what they were doing, or at least when they realized it's like, oh, this is a little bit spicy. It's the Wiggles, though. You guys are a bunch of preverts, is what you are. Just saying.
I love the wig. Oh, also, I looked it up. That guy's called the Tree of Wisdom. That's the green guy. That's fun.
Really? There's now
He's
a tree
called
of
the
wisdom?
Tree of and then we got, Henry the Octopus, obviously, Dorothy the Dinosaur.
Wags the dog.
Wags the dog. Captain Feathersword.
There was years ago, we had these balls, and everybody in the morning show had a ball. It was the size of a tennis ball.
Okay.
And when you bounced it, it had a counter on it. And so we were all trying to bounce our balls here, me and Fallon and Steve and maybe Jenny, and I'm not sure, and maybe intern John, I don't remember. And we were all bouncing these balls here in the Space Needle studio, trying to bounce higher than everybody else. So all through the show, bounce, but bounce, but bounce, but bounce, but bounce. And then people below us started to complain. So Rich called us and he was like, you guys bouncing balls up there? Because people are complaining that you're bouncing balls. So Steve, being Steve, made a remix.
Go ahead. Sorry to call your cell phone while you're on the air. I got a weird complaint that the tenants below us are complaining about balls. Are you guys bouncing balls?
Yep.
You're bouncing balls. Can you please stop? Ball, bouncing balls, balls, bouncing bouncing balls. Bounce, can you please stop? Bounce, 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 bounce. Can you please stop? Balls, 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 balls. Bouncing, you're bouncing balls. Bouncing balls, bounce, balls. Can you please stop?
Just how he goes, balls. Good job, Steven. Okay.
Can you please stop?
Bouncing
balls.
Balls, balls.
All right, we are done with that. Thank you. It is KDWB on the Dave Ryan Show. Let's get right into War of the Roses.
We've busted hundreds of cheaters. And it's time for another one. War of the Roses on KDWB.
I was making fun of Tanya a minute ago before we do War of the Roses because when did you have foot surgery?
I had it a month ago.
Okay, and you're still in the boot. So Tanya, I called her to do War of the Roses, and she didn't answer. And then she didn't answer again. And then finally she answers after like 75 rings. And it's like, oh, I walk real slow because I'm in a boot. I'm okay.
Yeah, okay.
Good excuse. When do you get the boot off anyway?
I still have 3 more months of it.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a bad surgery.
Was it like a foot transplant or what did they do? They put a whole new foot on there?
No, it's I had the things on the side, the bulbous things on your foot.
The
and
bunions,
I had it
yeah.
removed, and it messes with your stability, so it's on there for a long time.
God, I hope that yours is. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you because I hate when people are like, well, when my sister did it, it hurt her forever. So I'm not going to do that. I think yours is going to heal perfectly and be wonderful.
No, it probably won't. It sounds like it's some issues. Let's get deeper into this. No, it's kind of like when a guy's going to have a vasectomy. That's when all of his guy friends that have ever had a bad vasectomy go, well, you don't want to hear about my experience.
I know. That's like Jenny when she talked about her wrist surgery. People kept sending these worst case scenarios. It's like, don't text her awful things that happened to you. That's making it worse.
So go ahead and text us right now about bad bunion surgery so we can tell Tanya. So Tanya, let's get to the War of the Roses, which the reason I called you. I got your email. Tell me about Cody and why you're suspicious Cody is up to something shady.
Oh, okay. Well, Cody is my boyfriend, and he went to Target the other day, and he bought like toothpaste and Tide soap and whatever, a bunch of other stuff that we needed around the apartment. But he brought it all in, and then he left the receipt in the bottom of the bag, and I was taking everything out, and I saw on the receipt it's red condoms, and I was like, okay, well, where are these condoms? I don't see them here. And so I asked him, and he was like, well, you're not very good at taking your pill. So, and I already have a 2-year-old, so he was like, this is kind of just in preparation for that. But I still didn't see the condoms. So I was like, well, just tell me, where are they? You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Well, where the hell are they? And he was like, I'm not going to show you. And I was just like, what? It just weirded me out. And then the next day he showed me the pack of condoms, but I was just like, I don't know. I just have a weird feeling. I was like, maybe he just went to Target and bought it with cash. You know what I mean?
I see what you mean. Okay, can I ask you a personal question? You don't have to answer, but is he right about you're not always very good at taking your pill?
Yes, he is. Definitely right.
So he might have a legitimate concern and want to use condoms because he doesn't want another kid, etc. But so he's like, he was like, you're testing me to make me show you these condoms that I bought. You should just believe me. Your suspicion is that he'd already dropped them off at his girlfriend's house, or that he'd already used one on the way home from Target or something, that the condoms weren't for you, so he couldn't show them to you, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, but I have a question. This is very personal, but do you guys even use them normally? I realize he's saying you're not great with the pill, but clearly at that time, I'm guessing he wasn't wearing them regularly either because you have a child, which is, this is a zero judgment question, but does it even make sense that you would even use them?
That's a good question. I didn't think of that. I mean, we don't really use condoms that often. Yeah.
That's what I was kind of like, okay.
But
usually if you don't, you don't.
You don't, right,
You don't
exactly.
start adding it in later necessarily.
And then he shows up the next day and he voluntarily says, okay, you want to see these condoms because you don't believe me. Here they are. And you're thinking it's
convenient he has them the next day.
Right. And he's willing to show them to you. Like maybe he went and bought them with cash or whatever. So there's no paper trail. And so you just condoms are the problem. You don't believe that they were bought for you. There's something weird going on. Okay. Well, here's what we can do. We can call Cody and we can say, hey, guess what? We're calling from your bank and we want to do a customer satisfaction survey. Rate these things on a scale of 1 to 10. And for doing this, we'll give you a dozen roses to send to anybody you want to. And hopefully he will choose you, Tanya. Is there any name that we should be listening for that would not be the right name?
I mean, if he says like Jessica or something, yeah, that's not that's like an ex-girlfriend of his, or like I don't know. It's like a blurry story. It's like an ex-girlfriend / like family friend that he's known forever.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Because I think we all know that if somebody was going to cheat, I don't know, sometimes if we thought our partner was going to cheat, I wonder if a lot of the time we know who they would cheat with.
Well, I think your mind definitely wanders. I saw a really fake TikTok video the other day of the girl. She's conveniently, the Starbucks let her work as the cash register person because the guy there said he sees her husband come in every day with a woman in his car. So she's watching on the Starbucks camera. She's like, oh, does she have dark brown bangs? That is my best friend. Oh, you wait. And she's gearing up to throw the drinks in the car. I'm like, this is the fakest crap I've ever seen. But I watched it because I was like, come on.
There's so much fake garbage and bad acting on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, all the time. All right, you stay there. We'll come back in a second, and we'll make the phone call to Cody and find out all about them condoms coming up. Then we'll talk to Jonathan Fogel from Fogel Family Law, get his take on this whole thing. War of the Roses is brought to you by 1-800-ASK-GARY, and part 2 is coming right up.
101.3. 101.3.
KDWB. We're just days away from our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
The biggest headliners in live music will be taking over T-Mobile Arena, Las Vegas, this Friday and Saturday.
Limited seats still available at AXS.com.
Don't miss A$AP Rocky, Big Sean, Camila Cabello, Doja Cat, Dua Lipa, Gwen Stefani, Halsey, Hosier, Keith Urban, New Kids on the Block, Paramore, Shabuzi, The Black Crowes, The Weeknd, Thomas Rhett, Victoria Monet, and a special performance by Coldplay's Chris Martin.
Plus, some special surprises and moments you are not going to want to miss.
Our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Stream only on Hulu.
And listen right here.
This Friday and Saturday, starting at 9:30 p.m.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of the 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
From the Custom One Exterior Weather Center.
This hot weather is sticking around. Today it's going to be partly sunny with a high of 86. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 85.
This report is sponsored by Macy's. Macy's is here to help you shift seasons in style. Shop fall must-haves like knit sets and dresses, quilted jackets and puffers for her, and sweaters he'll love. Plus, get ready for fall hosting with great deals on home essentials. Today at Macy's.
Hey, it's Jenny from the Dave Ryan Show. You're invited to the Rasmussen University Eagan Campus Open House this Thursday, September 19th from 11 to 2. You'll have an opportunity to get an inside look at the Eagan campus at 1305 Corporate Center Drive in Eagan. Rasmussen University offers 50 programs across 8 areas of study tailored to build your career and has high-tech classrooms so you can experience learning with the latest technology. In addition to exploring the campus, you'll be able to join us for tours, free lunch, fun games and activities, prize giveaways, and more. See you there on September 19th at Rasmussen University in Eagan.
I'm Tiffany, founder of Harlem Pilates. When I couldn't find Pilates in my neighborhood, I started a studio from my studio apartment. Chase Inc. helped me grow from 1 Pilates studio to 3. Because when you start small, you're going to need some big help.
With the Chase Inc. Business Cash Card, you can earn up to 5% cash back on business essentials, so your business can go from here to possible. Chase for Business. Make more what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Cards issued by J.P. Morgan Chase Bank. NA member FDIC. Subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
Hey, it's Fallon. With back to school, it means you're packing backpacks, lunches, all that again. Plus, you got to get the school supplies. If you haven't been to Mall of America, you can pack in some family fun too. You can scream on a sky-high ride. I always say rock bottom plunge is a favorite. Get all the best back to school clothes and score great back to school deals. There are always a ton of firsts and lasts, so you can mark the moment at Mall of America and send summer off with a celebration. Get ready at mallofamerica.com/back to school.
Northern 1 hour. I have one word for you, Tracy. Lifetime.
Lifetime?
When Northern installs your heat and air system,
We guarantee it for life.
lifetime replacement guarantee on most of our systems.
Let's do it.
So if your compressor
Or heat exchanger ever goes out,
we replace your whole system for free.
you get a brand new AC and furnace.
Installed the Northern way.
Lifetime guarantee.
Lifetime guarantee.
Get Northern's lifetime replacement guarantee with most Northern heat and air systems.
Northern 1 hour. Northern Ben Franklin. You want another word, Tracy?
Hit me with the word, brother.
Pure water.
That's 2 words.
Water testing on every visit.
Northern is all about water quality.
Most people have no idea what's in their water.
That's why Northern does a water test.
On every visit,
You drink, cook, and bathe with it.
Northern makes your water pure.
Call Northern Ben Franklin today to find out about your water.
Northern Ben Franklin. Coats for Kids is back.
Donate new or gently used kids and adult coats to any Pilgrim Dry Cleaners 27 locations through October 19th.
Visit pilgrimdrycleaners.com for details.
Over 84 years of convenience and quality, plus pickup and delivery.
At Taco John's, we believe a better Taco Tuesday starts with better tacos. That means using 100% North American beef, cooking shelves in-house daily, and a deal that makes you say, how are these only $1.29? Taco Tuesday is every Tuesday at Taco John's.
Hey, what are you doing up on the step stool?
About to clean these light fixtures. The whole family's coming over, and if there's even a speck of dust in the house, my abuela will find it.
Here, I got a Swiffer duster to help with that.
A Swiffer what?
A Swiffer duster. It has this cool extendable handle that reaches 6 feet to get high and low, with fluffy dusters that easily trap and lock dust.
So, no more step stool?
No more step stool.
Easily trap and lock dust from hard-to-reach places with the Swiffer duster. Love it or your money back.
Hey, it's Dave. One of the things I really appreciate and love about being on the radio is if I find something or experience something that I really enjoy, I get to tell you about it. And one of the things that I love telling people about is how I lost 20 pounds and kept it off with Livia Weight Control Centers. Livia is the trusted leader in safe and effective weight loss. They have a team of experts that will create a personalized plan that's easy to follow, and that's so key, easy to follow, and support and guide you through every phase of your weight loss journey. Right now, if you join Livia, 8 weeks for free, so that's great. If you're interested in their medical option, go to livia.com to get all the information you need so you can decide if it's right for you, and maybe it is. I could not have reached my goal without Livia's help, and you can do the same thing and keep it off. Very important. Find out for yourself why Livia is the most trusted leader in the communities for 15 years. Livia.com, Livea.com, or 855-GO-LIVIA.
Seems like there's more identity theft in the news every day.
Another major healthcare breach was reported today, resulting in the exposure of
1 in 4 consumers have been a victim of identity.
That's because there are endless places that could accidentally expose you to identity theft, in a breach, or simply by mistake. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second. If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Enter for the chance to win prizes from Snickers and M&M's at MarsWrigleyHalloween.com.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
Good morning. We've got delays. Highway 36 westbound from White Bear to 35W. The Lafayette Freeway is heavy northbound from Concord to 94. Highway 10 slow eastbound from Central to 35W. Highway 61 with delays westbound from Lower Afton Road to 94. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples prints anything you need for your business, like banners, flyers, and signs. And Staples will beat any price quote. Plus, now print more, save more. Up to $150 off your print purchase. Offer ends 11/2. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details or staples.com/price match for price match guarantee.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like K-Pop Radio, featuring the ultimate in K-pop. Jimin, New Jeans, Stray Kids, aespa, and more. All commercial-free. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search K-Pop Radio, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Portions of the following program might actually be AI. The Dave Ryan Show on KDWB. Back to the War of the Roses on KDWB.
Let's find out what happens. The name that we don't want to hear is, I think, Jessica.
Yeah, well, any name other than Tanya, really.
Tanya and Cody.
Yes.
She's putting him on the spot because this guy comes home from a Target run.
Yeah.
He's got a bag of like bounce sheets and
a Snickers bar,
American cheese slices, and some ranch dressing, and so he puts it on the counter. And then later, she goes apparently to recycle the bag. You take the receipt out when you recycle the bag. On the receipt, it said Trojan condoms.
Oh my God.
She's like, wait, what? He's like,
It's for us, baby girl.
It's for us because I don't trust you. You're not very good at taking your pill, which she admits that that's true. He doesn't want to have another baby. She's like, well, where are they? Well, what do you mean, where are they? Well, if you bought them, where are they? Oh,
I don't have to prove myself to you.
Exactly right. So she is now, then he comes in the next day and he's like, I know you wondered whether I really had those condoms or not. Here they are. And she's like, yeah, because you ran down to Target, you bought more. So now you can show me a fresh, unopened box. So she's not buying the whole thing.
No.
Let's make the phone call to Cody, put him on the spot, and see who he wants to send roses to on KDWB's War of the Roses.
A dozen long stem romantic roses, Cody. We're going to send those out by the end of the week, and I need the name of the recipient. Who would you like to receive this beautiful bouquet?
Oh, Jessica.
Okay, and you can attach a card if you want. So what would you like the card on the roses to say?
Well, it's like a greeting card or something?
Exactly, yeah.
Do you make it say, can't wait until next summer?
I can definitely do that. What is that all about exactly? Do you guys spend summers together?
Oh, well, we used to go out on our boat, but now summer's over, so we haven't seen each other as much.
That makes sense. Yep, you would.
Yeah.
Summer sounds fun together.
Oh, yeah.
Tanya, you've held back really well. I'm going to let you spring it on him. Tanya, it's all you. I'm going to stay out of this for at least a minute. Tanya, what is your reaction?
Well, I'm just like, my mouth is on the floor. I knew it, and I'm not surprised it's who you picked. I mean, it's that girl that I was talking to you guys about. It's like her family has a boat, and he used to joke about when he dated Jessica that he would get rug burns on his knees from hooking up on the boat. And so that's exactly what you're doing, isn't it? That's what you use those condoms for.
Whoa. I'm sorry. What's happening?
I'm not even going to try to explain it. It's just kind of hard to explain. But basically, you've been busted.
Yeah, how are your knees?
Because it was like your girlfriend was listening in, and she found out that you sent roses to Jessica. Was it Jessica that you had bought the condoms for?
Great question, Dave.
No, I bought the condom. No. I bought the condoms for us, for Tanya and me.
But you send roses to Jessica.
Because we haven't seen each other in so long.
But you saw her on the boat this summer, or you were banging her on the boat this summer.
Well, in summer, we used to hook up like summers before, not like this summer.
So why are you sending her flowers then?
Yes.
Because it's been so long since I've seen her. I just...
Missed her?
No.
Oh.
I just wanted her to know that we're cool, so...
Cool with what? What, did you do something to her? What? What are you talking about?
No, it's all... No, it's fine. It's just fine.
I think you better come up with a better story.
Me too.
I don't know that I really know what your story is, but I think between now and the next time you talk to Tanya, you better come up with a better story, Cody.
Agreed that you used to summer together, but like you are now just like, I can't wait until next summer, which implies you did some stuff this summer and you're already looking forward to the next one.
That's true. By the way, who are you two?
Isn't it funny?
Valid question.
That he got all the way through War of the Roses, and he never quite thought to ask, who are you two? And sometimes we explain.
Yeah.
Because people don't know why in the world this happens, but we didn't tell him, and he talks his, spills his guts, and then, who are you guys?
But and he'd be like, oh, that's a good point. Like, we'd be like, you're being sketched. You have a good point. Okay, thank you.
But yeah, thanks for being on, Cody. Appreciate it.
101.3 KDWB. Sometimes you just gotta say, Dave, Ryan. Tell Dave. Diddly-doo, diddly-doo. Look at here, Goldilocks. Hiram. Someone ask you a question. It's a madhouse. So I say, Hillary, about this Bill guy. Dave Ryan in the morning. And today's best music all day. 101.3 KDWB. Dave Ryan? I just love him. I don't understand.
Black leggings. You always ask the question I don't know.
What day did she go to the gym? Answer it, and you win. 651-989-KDWB. We'll check the phones right now. Good luck.
Friday Night Football is back. Presented by the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University. Join 101.3 KDWB every Friday night at a high school football game for your chance to roll the dice and win a $25,000 college scholarship to any school of your choice.
Friday, September 20th, we'll be at Wayzata High School. Go Trojans!
It's Friday Night Football from 101.3 KDWB. More at KDWB.com. Keyword events.
After touring the College of St. Benedict and St. John's University, I knew it was a college for me. The culture felt like home. Shortly after moving in, St. Ben's and St. John's became more than classrooms. Visit csbsju.edu to apply, estimate your scholarship, and write your own story. St. Ben's and St. John's. More than an education, it's life-changing.
From the Custom One Exterior Weather Center.
Another hot day ahead of us. It's going to be partly sunny, a high of 86. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, a high of 85.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
I had so many dreams, but life quickly got in the way. Then, Rasmussen University saw my true potential and gave me the support and confidence I needed to become who I am today. Rasmussen University. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Minnesota.
Save big money on your next outdoor project at Menards. Menards has the best in-stock selection of AC2 pressure-treated lumber. Our huge inventory of decking, fencing, lumber, and timbers are all easy to load in our drive-through lumber yard. Plus, you can get free estimates fast with our fence and deck design programs in store. store or online at menards.com. Don't forget to check out our weekly flyer for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
If I were to say that insurance companies fear the beard, I might need to explain myself a little bit further. The beard is Russell from Nicolay Law. So insurance companies, they definitely fear all the lawyers that represent Nicolay Law, because when you are in an accident and insurance companies are coming at you and you hire Nicolay Law, they're going to handle it for you. So you can deal with everything else that life is throwing at you. After an accident, they'll take care of the insurance companies. Find out if they are the perfect fit for you at 1-855-NICOLET, or you can find out more information online at nicolaylaw.com.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart.
I've written some jokes about you guys. You haven't read it yet.
No. Okay.
You will need to read this joke. You don't get to read in advance, just read.
Okay, you remember the great toilet paper shortage of 2020? Well, I don't want to brag or anything, but I was personally responsible for the great condom shortage of 2009.
Yeah, my girl. Okay, Bailey's next. Ready? Here
Yes.
we go. Bailey,
Hey.
here's your cold reading joke.
I'm so excited to have a job on the radio. Call in now and tell us about a job you got that you're not qualified for.
Yeah.
And I got it anyway.
Got it
suckers.
anyway. Vaunt.
My grandma calls me Boom because whenever she looks at me, she wishes someone blew me up.
Boom. Hey, boom. All right. What's better? You got your KFC. You got Raising Cane's, Chick-fil-A, Dave's Hot Chicken.
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's.
Hands down.
100%. You've not been to Raising Cane's, Bont.
Because I've heard so many people say it's just so overrated.
No, we're
it's not
going
worth the
tonight.
hype.
What's your favorite, Dave?
KFC.
That's because you're from 1910. That's no one's favorite.
It's a classic. People
No.
sometimes say I look like Colonel Sanders.
I mean,
Nobody
the right
says that.
lighting.
No.
I'm going Dave's Hot Chicken. The sauce is so good, and you can choose the spice level.
Text messages, Cane's is so overrated.
No.
Another says Cane's is only good because of the sauce.
That's what I hear. I hear the sauce is good, but other than that, it's just regular old chicken.
You haven't had the Texas toast. When you go to Cane's, you got to get the Texas
Yes.
toast as well. What about Popeyes?
I've never had Popeyes.
Popeyes is
entered
pretty
the
good.
chat. What, Jenny?
I haven't
You
had
have
it.
never had Popeyes?
No, there weren't Popeyes around where I grew up.
They're really good. They're
Of
pretty
course
good.
they wouldn't have Cajun fries and Fond du Lac.
No,
of course not.
Of course not.
I think it's perfectly fine to like your own posts on social media.
Nope,
I
nope.
realized I
That's
was doing
pathetic.
it yesterday.
Is that
Pathetic.
bad? Is that bad?
Thank you, Bailey.
Why, though? What are you proving?
Nothing necessarily. You're just saying like, hey, I posted this. Good job, me. I live a dazzling life.
But don't you already acknowledge that because
Yes,
you're posting
'cause
it?
you
You're
posted
posting it, so you know that you like it.
Where I think the problem comes is when you're the first to like the post.
Well,
you can't
I
do
don't
that.
be the first one. I wait until at least like 10 people have liked it, and then I'll like it so that no one can see that I liked it. But I did. I liked it. It's
Because
a
in
great post.
in that same vein, sometimes I text people some funny things, and then I read what I said, and I'll be like, "This is funny," and I'll go double tap and haha, and like I'll react to what I said.
I am terrified. When you accidentally like your own
Yep.
post, I'm immediately like, oh, God, no. And I hit the unlike as quick as I can.
Immediately unlike that one.
You
yeah.
guys should worry about
It's
real
kinda like-
problems
No,
in
it's
the
like
world.
sending yourself a birthday card. You know what? You don't need to send yourself a
Good
birthday
analogy.
card.
Why not?
I'm
No,
really good.
you
I'm
can get
really
yourself
good at
a gift.
analogies. No, you do not
Yeah.
give. Well, you can buy yourself a gift and go as my
that's
birthday.
a funny bit.
But what does a like do? It's nothing.
Exactly.
From yourself.
So why are you cranky about it?
think I
It's
still
nothing.
It's sending yourself a birthday card, opening the mailbox and going, "Oh, look at this! I got a birthday
And then
card."
read the message all surprised. Have a great year, you.
I'm so
I will.
sweet. I love me.
I heard Vaunt talking about how he doesn't think you should have to buy a gift if you go to a destination wedding because
Yeah.
you're already buying like the ticket and something to wear and the hotel room, etc. And I completely agree. Here's my solution. Go to Target, get a gift card, but then don't actually put any money on it. Just write $100 in the back of the card and then put it in the wedding card that you like take to the wedding.
You are evil.
Diabolical.
You are an evil genius.
I've done this like probably 10 times now.
10?
Only only once did the bride call me and ask me about it. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, let me send you another one.
If I did this to you, you would call and say, that gift card didn't work. I would not.
Why?
Because I'd be embarrassed. I'd be like, oh, Bailey got me a gift card for Bed Bath & Beyond. It didn't work. I don't want to embarrass her.
Jenny has no shame. She'd be like, she'd call you and say, hey, cheap ass.
That's exactly what I would say.
Reactivate this.
94 has delays westbound from Manning to Woodbury and westbound between Highway 61 and Hennepin Lindale. 94 slow eastbound Maple Grove Parkway to the Fish Lake Interchange and jammed eastbound from Broadway to Hennepin Lindale. 494 delays eastbound from 169 to France. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. Robert Half is here to help. Their recruiting professionals utilize their award-winning AI to connect businesses with highly skilled talent. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
101.3 KDWB.
You can't make this stuff up. 2, 3, 4.
Hey, real quick, Elizabeth, for those pink tickets, what day of the week did Samantha go to the gym, Elizabeth?
She went on Saturday.
She went on Saturday. You're amazing, amazing. I know you got to get to work. We're going to get your information, get Joel's tickets real quick, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, people are busy during the morning. It turns out they don't have a lot of time to talk to DJs on the radio.
Her shift started 5 minutes ago. She's like, God, hurry up.
What do you got going on today? There's so many cool, new, weird stories about food and eating and diets because we're always concerned about our health and that type of thing. So I got a couple of them. First of all, there's the sardine fast, which is a thing. If you want to look it up, the sardine fast lets you eat sardines you're supposed to go 3 days, and it's supposed to like just do wondrous things for you and give you all the protein and omega fat oils and blah, 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 and the B12. But people don't really like it.
Because it's gross.
Then there's eating dirt, which is something you shouldn't go in the backyard and grab a scoopful, but there is dirt you can order online. I think it's called biodynamic dirt that you can order. Doctors are still like, it's probably not going to kill you, but
probably not.
Eat a healthy diet.
Yeah.
Is probably a better idea.
Something well-balanced.
I read somewhere, and I really like this one, eat food, not too much, mostly plants. And I really like that one. Eat food, so not Pringles, because Pringles really isn't food. It's a snack. It's delicious.
So good, though.
So good.
No, I get it.
It's
And
potatoes. Just a little process.
It's a little process. Pop-Tarts are not a food. They're not a food.
But they're so good.
And if you get strawberry, there's fruit in there.
No, it's not real fruit.
You sure?
That is not. It is red stuff.
Are you a Pop-Tart fanatic? Like, do you know that for a fact?
Pop-Tarts suck.
Excuse me?
Vaughn eats them almost like every morning, so you better watch your mouth over there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
I have 2 today.
Have you ever had a toaster strudel?
Yeah.
Oh, those are better.
Okay.
What? No. No.
Yes, toaster strudel's way better than a Pop-Tart. Toaster strudel's flaky and crunchy and gooey and warm.
Corporate greed has turned the Pop-Tart into a sliver of red stuff in the middle, topped by a bunch of dough. Corporate greed has ruined the Pop-Tart. They figured out what they used to be when I was a kid. They were fat with fruit filling. There was fruit filling all oozing out the sides.
Now it's mostly the crust.
Cut a Pop-Tart in half or bite into it. Corporate greed has ruined the Pop-Tart. Thanks, Kellogg's. You suck.
They used to. Whoa.
Don't go after them.
Oh, I will.
Eggos used to have a thing that was similar to a Pop-Tart. It was called a waffle. And it was an Eggo waffle, but it had filling in it too. Delicious. Bring that back. If you're listening, Eggo, this is Bailey.
They are.
And I'm reaching out again, and I need you to make a waffle again because it was so good.
All right, then I have some other food stuff it's really interesting. First of all, forget kale. The next green superfood might be grasshoppers. Researchers found that a diet of these crunchy critters can boost your sleep, improve your hair, and even ramp up your libido. They found that rats on a grasshopper diet slept better, had shinier hair, showed more romantic interest than those on other diets.
Rats?
You think they're like lighting some candles in their little cage?
I was like, I want to see a romantic comedy with rats. They're like, I'm feeling romantic today. I had some crickets. And, oh, you had crickets today. What are you saying?
And then another one is solo dining. Here's another food story. Solo dining is growing in popularity. It's all about owning your me time, from a gourmet meal to just a bite at the bar. Dining alone is now seen as a form of self-care and empowerment. They say there's something really nice about being present and savoring food that you pay for, as well as appreciating that you carved out time for yourself. This is an expert. She says, sometimes I just want to have a nice time with myself. She is not alone. According to a survey by Open Table, solo reservations increased 8% this year. 60% of us have dined alone in a sit-down restaurant in the last year, and that is 68% for Gen Z and millennials. So it's okay to go out. I remember when I was a kid, I went to a restaurant with my mom and dad, and there was a guy eating by himself, and I'll never forget it. I was probably 10, and I felt so sad for him because in my mind, he was like just lonely, and his wife had died, and his kids wouldn't talk to him, and he can't find a mate. And I made up a little story in my 10-year-old head about how I can still see him sitting there at the table by himself, and it made me so sad. He was probably just getting out of the house because his family's making him crazy. He was there in Colorado on business. And he was going to get something to eat.
He was only 45, but in Dave's eyes, he was 80.
This 89-year-old man just lost his wife.
So sad. All right, we'll do Dave's Dirt coming up in a moment on KDWB. Coming up on the Dirt, everything from how much does Travis Kelce make? Diddy is busted and arrested. There is a new child star series on. It's actually about it's like a documentary from Demi Lovato talking about how hard it is to be a child star. And you can buy the most amazing Britney Spears holiday-themed gift coming up. We'll do that next on Dave's Dirt on KDWB. KDWB, the Dave Ryan Show, just kind of being positive, kind of puts you in a good mood, whether you listen for a little while or listen for a long time. We appreciate you. You know, loneliness is an epidemic.
Is it?
Especially among young people.
Oh.
Like Gen Zers, they're lonely, and I'm not really sure why. I just
Because
heard
of
it's...
cell phones.
Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah.
That's not human interaction. No matter what you think, it's not human interaction in the way that you actually have conversations with people.
This is more human, and I hope that we can help you if you're a little bit lonely or you want to feel a little less lonely. I think one of the things that you've got on the show are 4 different people who have 4 very different experiences in life, certainly different ages.
Yeah. Us young kids over here.
Yep. And maybe like different, morals, Jenny, different values, Vaughn, and different perspectives, and people who are right, Dave, and people who are wrong, Bailey.
Oh, there we go.
And people who you will agree with, Dave, and people who you will think is crazy, Vaughn. So there's all kinds of different people to kind of bond with here on the show, kind of like friends in a way.
Yep.
If everybody was as dopey as Joey, Friends would not have been a good show.
Oh, I'm definitely the Joey of the bunch.
I was going to say, you're the dopey one.
The dopey one.
Yeah.
And then you're probably...
Rachel?
No, Ross, probably.
I want to be Rachel.
No, you're probably Ross. And then Jenny is probably Rachel or Monica. You're Monica.
I think I'm very type A. So
And then Vaughn is Chandler.
Dave is Phoebe because he never knows what's happening. Ever. Completely Phoebe. Just clueless.
What are we doing, Jenny? What are we doing?
Exactly.
Well, right.
Anyway.
I'm going to just put Bailey on the spot right now because she was telling us off air a story of something that happened to her at the gym that it would have happened to Bailey.
It would. So I went to the gym, and obviously I'm not like a huge gym goer, and I thought, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. No one will be there. It'll be great. I walk in, of course, there's one person there, and it's the gym that's like in our building. So it's only people who are in this building who can go. I get there, there's one person there. Thankfully, they leave pretty quickly. So then I'm there alone for about 5 seconds. And then this guy comes in and he's using the machine like right next to me. And I'm like, I hate this so much. Now I can't leave because he's sitting here and he's like right next to me. Anyway, Dave's always like, they're not thinking of you, but I'm in my head. So then he ends up getting up and leaving. And I thought, wow, he wasn't here for very long at all, maybe 10 minutes tops. And he left his phone sitting on top of the machine. But all of his other stuff was gone. So his phone starts ringing, and usually if I lose my phone, I have a friend call it to see if I can find it.
Sure.
So I assume that that's what was happening. So I go over and I answer the phone and I say, if you lost your phone, it's in the gym downstairs. And this woman responded and she's like, who is this? And I said, oh, I found your phone. It's downstairs. So I thought it was the phone of either it was his phone or the person who was there before. And she said, this is Brian's wife. And I was like, and thankfully, like right as she said that, he walked back in. I was like, I didn't know if you were coming back. So here's your phone. It's your wife.
Bailey.
And just handed it back to him. And he's like, oh, thanks.
You're a home wrecker,
And
Bailey.
I left. I bursted out of there because I was like, I'm not about to hang out with this guy who knows I answered his phone.
Totally innocent, though. And you did the right thing. I will advocate for you. You did the right thing.
Thank you.
It's what you would want somebody to do, like, where's my phone?
Right.
You answered the phone. It was in the
I was
gym
like,
downstairs.
yeah, what if he had left it? Like, I don't know where he went. What if he was coming back? I don't know.
Poor Brian.
What? Oh, I just built an entire story in my head because this reminds me of like a Roses. I feel like we've done a War of the Roses. Maybe he's off doing some sketchy things, but his wife has his location on.
Ooh.
So she was like checking in on him because it said he was in the gym, but he wasn't actually in the gym because he was off doing sketchy things. And so that was his little ploy to like leave his phone behind.
No, nobody would leave it in the gym for somebody like Bailey to pick up and find.
But like
you
nobody
would hide
uses
it.
that gym barely
Nobody
at
really
all,
uses
so
it,
I would
except
feel
for
like
when
it's
I was
safe.
there.
No, remember the guy on War of the Roses who would go to Target so his wife would think that he was at Target by doing the Find My Phone or
Oh,
Find Your
yeah,
Friend.
yeah.
And he hid it in the toy section behind the board games, and he would turn the ringer off. So if you go back between 15 copies of Sorry, nobody's going to go back that far. So she'd be like, oh, well, he's sure been at Target for a long time. Yeah, I was at Target, do a little shopping. So then he'd go back and retrieve his phone.
Well,
I
maybe
think if
that's.
Brian was totally innocent,
I think he was
forgot his
just in the
phone.
potty and he just wasn't back
Yeah,
yet.
but her reaction was like
It was so
unnecessary.
awkward. Well, I mean, also maybe I was blowing it out of proportion because I was confused and scared. But she was probably just like, "Hello, who is
Oh,
this?
well, absolutely.
This is Brian's wife." But I was like, oh, this is Brian's wife.
Oh, sure, for sure. I mean, if Susan called my phone and another woman answered, she'd be like, well, who is this? Oh, it's Bailey. This is Susan, Dave's wife. That's a great story. Wow.
What I'm including from all of this is you went to the gym and did nothing? Like
no,
physical?
I was on the elliptical for maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
Did you actually move or did you stand on it?
I turned it on.
Okay.
I turned it on and there were people in there, so I had to keep going.
Okay.
So I need Jenny to show me what to do because there were a lot of machines, and we'll set a day next week because this week I'm pretty busy. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
This week you are
I'm pretty busy this week.
Bailey's always busy.
Yeah.
Bailey's birthday bash is coming up on Thursday. Did we decide on the name for the drink? Bailey's got a seltzer
We
named
still have
after
the
her.
poll up, so you can go vote on Dave Ryan Show on Instagram if you want to. It's in our Instagram story.
Right now, Bailey's Bubble Blitz is winning with 38%.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We'll see you at Forgotten Star Brewing on Thursday night from 5 until 7. Bailey's never had a birthday party, so it's Bailey's Birthday Bash. Would you like a karaoke machine? I'll rent one if you want one.
I mean, it would be fun, but also I don't want to pressure anybody to sing karaoke if they don't want to.
Oh, no need to pressure, girl. I will be singing if there's a machine.
I have a lot of friends who are coming who are very talented, and they're the kinds of people who, when they go to karaoke, they're like, hold on, hold my beer. I'm going to go sing and then knock all the boots off all these people in this place.
Really?
Because you always get excited when one person goes up and they can actually sing.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh my God, they were really good. And that's all of my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll shop around and see what I can come up with.
All right.
We'll see what happens. All right, here we go with the dirt on KDWB.
Get ready to count the number of celebrities that Dave mispronounces.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's Dirt on KDWB.
It is brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices. Diddy has been arrested. You've heard about his sex trafficking investigation. And it turned out that Diddy it sounds like he is just a horrible, horrible person who was finally exposed. And I think that that in the words of Kid Rock, you get what you put in and people get what they deserve. Kid Rock.
I don't know that song.
You get what you put in and people get what they deserve.
I know it even less now. Less than I already did know it.
Yeah, he acted like we were going to know it once he sang it.
Oh, that one?
No, but it's true. And do you think that people get what they deserve? Because I know some awful people who still have not gotten what they deserve. I know some people who are awful that definitely karma came back to bite them. But I also know some awful people who are still getting away with it every day.
Yeah, I don't think it's a true statement that you get what you deserve.
Really?
You kind of get... maybe you get what you pay for. Maybe that's a better one.
You get what you pay for. That's sad. All right, let's move on to some audio here. Travis Kelce has kept in touch with Bowen Yang from Saturday Night Live, who is one of the stars on Saturday Night Live, after he hosted a few months ago.
We keep up every now and then. Like, we'll check in with each other. He's so small. Look, I'm not at that level, but when I saw Taylor in Amsterdam over the summer, and he was supposed to be there, and he was really sad that he couldn't make it. He was like, we're going to do a reunion.
By the way, he's making about $52 million between $17 million in the NFL, his podcast, and all of his commercials that he has done. So he's doing quite well.
Jeez.
Miley Cyrus being sued for ripping off a Bruno Mars song. Now, I want you to listen. I'll play the Bruno Mars song first, and then what I'm going to do is take out Bruno singing, and then I'm going to put in Miley Cyrus singing over the same piano chord progression.
Yeah.
Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now.
So that's obviously Bruno Mars. That's his piano.
Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same.
We're going to take out his voice and replace Miley.
We were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. We were right till we weren't. Built a home and watched it burn.
The melody is slightly different. They did use some auto-tune on that, so it is not exactly. I don't think they have a case.
People were texting in that apparently her song is like a reaction song to his song. So it was like done like that on purpose, and that he knew that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, like apparently he said in some interview, like, oh, if Miley Cyrus wants to sample my songs, I'm going to let her. And because she's saying, I can buy myself flowers. And in his song, I should have brought you flowers. And so it was like a response song to it. That's what people were texting in. It wasn't just one person. That was many people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cardi B tweets or is on Instagram. I don't know, one or the other. This is my third baby, and postpartum is a little different from the first two. I'm not doing heavy lifting, no muscle straining, squatting, none of that, just cardio. Sometimes to avoid postpartum depression, you got to keep your mind busy. And for me, that's work and staying active. I know nothing about postpartum depression, but I know there's not a cure-all. And I know that people who are depressed get really annoyed when they say, well, you need to get out and go for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
Just get out and go for a walk.
Okay, I'll get right on that. Thank you.
It maybe works for some people, but remember, not for everybody. Streaming on Hulu, Child Star, directed by Demi Lovato, interviews fellow actors that survived being young and famous in Hollywood. Drew Barrymore, Raven-Symoné, Christina Ricci, and Kenan Thompson go back to Drew Barrymore, who used to party at a place called Studio 54 in New York and did cocaine when she was 10 years old. They swap stories with Drew and Demi Lovato of abusing drugs and alcohol. So, too, for Christina Ricci, who found refuge in drugs from a violent father. Yeah, here it is. Barrymore introduced to cocaine at age 10, and by 13 had entered rehab for the first time. It is amazing.
Gosh.
Drew Barrymore came from a famous Hollywood family. I think her dad's name or grandpa was Lionel Barrymore, maybe something like that, who was famous back 100 years ago, literally.
Yeah.
And so she was definitely used as like the family's paycheck when she was a little kid.
John Barrymore is her dad.
Is that what it is? John Barrymore?
Yeah, and he was a film actor. It looks like Westerns.
Yeah, probably so. You can buy yourself Britney Spears Fisher-Price holiday dolls, and they are all made up in the outfits from her videos. The flight attendant uniform from Toxic, as well as outfits from Slave for You, Baby One More Time, and Oops, I Did It Again. It is, by the way, $25, and it will be available the first week or so of December. Jordan Childs is still filing another appeal for that bronze. There's some people who go, you know what, give it up. It's just now, but other people are like, no, go fight for what you think is the right thing.
Flava Flav did give her a medal at the VMAs the other night.
Oh, did he really?
So, yeah, he presented her with some big, gaudy Flava Flav style medal.
I love that. Dua Lipa. I really like this. She says, I'm not going to sing about my personal life. I want to do songs about dancing and singing and having fun and, you know, that type of thing. And so here's Dua Lipa.
Some people are just so ruthless with their own private life that they decide to put it all out in a song because they know that it's going to attract people's attention.
That is a dig at Taylor Swift.
Oh, you are starting that.
No,
He's stirring the pot over here.
Taylor Swift obviously puts out songs all about her private life.
So does everyone else.
But nobody cares about anybody else.
Halsey, like, totally
Olivia
put
Rodrigo.
Jeezy. I was going to say, Sabrina Carpenter, her newest album's all about Shawn Mendes and Camila.
You know she's going
And now
after Taylor
Barry
Swift.
Keoghan, because they're not even together anymore. But Please, Please, Please is about him.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's it for The Dirt, brought to you by Nicolay Law Offices. We'll be back in a minute. Talk Back Tuesday. It's interesting. Is it niche things? Niche things that we hate.
Yes.
Niche things that we hate. An example, Bailey.
An example is not steaming or ironing your graduation robes after you take them out of the package. And so when you walk the stage at graduation, you can see the little squares in the robe. I hate that.
You're going to use the talkback feature and leave niche things that you hate. Just little pet peeves that are really, like, very focused. Use the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app, and you will be on the radio within about 5 minutes. Hey, Dave, one of the things I really appreciate and love about being on the radio is if I find something or experience something that I really enjoy, I get to tell you about it. And one of the things that I love telling people about is how I lost 20 pounds and kept it off with Livia Weight Control Centers. Livia is the trusted leader in safe and effective weight loss. They have a team of experts that will create a personalized plan that's easy to follow, and that's so key, easy to follow, and support and guide you through every phase of your weight loss journey. Right now, if you join Livia, 8 weeks for free, so that's great. If you're interested in their medical option, go to Livia.com to get all the information you need so you can decide if it's right for you. And maybe it is. I could not have reached my goal without Livia's help, and you can do the same thing and keep it off. Very important. Find out for yourself why Livea is the most trusted leader in the communities for 15 years. Livea.com, Livea.com, or 855-GO-LIVEA.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like K-Pop Radio. Just search K-Pop Radio and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
I don't feel so good.
You do feel hot. Dayquil Kids will take care of that fever.
What about my cough?
Dayquil Kids has that covered.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, Dayquil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes, it's grape.
Try new Dayquil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Minimum purchase required. Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid within promotional period. Go to windowappointmentnow.com for full offer details.
Homeowners, ready to replace your windows or patio doors, but think it's going to be too expensive? Think again. You can get top quality, affordable windows and patio doors from Renewal by Andersen for no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months.
That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Just text DONE to 200-300 right now for your free in-home window consultation and free price quote. Renewal by Andersen has more than 4,500 five-star reviews in the greater Twin Cities.
Get your windows and patio doors for no dollars down, no payments, and no interest for an entire year. Plus, buy one window or patio door and get one 40% off and save an extra $150 off each window and door when you buy 4 or more.
But hurry before this end of summer sale ends. Text DONE to 200-300. Text the word DONE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text DONE to 200-300.
Coach for Kids is back for its 39th year.
Donate new or gently used kids and adult coats to any Pilgrim Dry Cleaners 27 locations through October 19th.
And if you want to save hours of time each week, you could let Pilgrim do your laundry.
Visit pilgrimdrycleaners.com for details.
At Taco John's, we believe a better Taco Tuesday starts with better tacos. That means using 100% North American beef, cooking shells in-house daily, and a deal that makes you say, how are these only $1.29? Taco Tuesday is every Tuesday at Taco John's.
At Shane Company, our engagement rings are the perfect blend of design, function, and beauty, each one a unique work of art. We meticulously craft our bridal jewelry in our jeweler's workshop to the highest standards, expertly setting each diamond by hand, ensuring the structure is perfectly balanced, and sizing everything for the perfect fit. Shane Company offers a free unmatched lifetime warranty because your engagement ring is an heirloom that was made to last. You'll cherish your ring today, tomorrow, and forever. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Holiday has a new savory breakfast all wrapped up and ready to go. Introducing Holiday's new Denver Square Wrap. Think portable Denver omelet with fluffy scrambled egg, American cheese, ham, tangy cheese sauce, peppers and onions neatly wrapped in a flour tortilla. It's a tasty way to start the day, and it's as easy as it is delicious. Just grab and go. Holiday's new Denver Square Wrap. Get your hands on one fast because it's only for a limited time and only at Holiday.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower Max use for adults only.
Is your pet a digging enthusiast, an escape artist, or a counter surfer? Invisible Fence brand has you covered. For the wannabe landscaper, we've got a solution to keep them active but not destructive. For the escape artist, our personalized pet fences keep them safe and sound at home. Counter surfer? No problem. We know how to keep cheese thieves at bay. Invisible Fence brand. Tailor-made solutions for your pet, your yard, and your needs. Visit invisiblefence.com today.
From the Nicolay Law Studios, KDWB-FM, Richfield, Minneapolis, St. Paul, an iHeartRadio station. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Hey, it's the start of our favorite season in Minnesota, football season. You got all the hype and the action the season brings, but things can get loud and messy quick. True story. Bunch of people at my house, I made chili. I don't remember who was walking to the living room, tripped, toppled the chili bowl upside down on the carpet. Now, we cleaned it up, which was tricky, but then I cleaned it so there was a clean spot in the dirty carpet, and it looked horrible. The good news is my cleaning heroes at Zero Res can clean up all those fumble moments in your home this football season, and lucky for you, you can score big this month with great savings. Here's what I'm talking about. Get your entire home Zero Resified from Minnesota's Ultimate Carpet Cleaner. 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $129, and get your air ducts cleaned this month with $75 off. Don't DIY it like I did. Call the pros at Zero Res, 952-0-RES. Ask for the KDWB special.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center.
The crosstown is tight eastbound from Gleason to Highway 100 and westbound from Lindale to Penn. 35W slow northbound from Diamond Lake to 94 and delays southbound Highway 280 to New Brighton. 35E slow northbound from Wagon Wheel to Highway 13 and southbound from 694 to Maryland. I'm Maria Arnold, and that's your latest total traffic.
This report is sponsored by Cub. It's time to get your flu shot. Cub is making it easier to protect you and your family by offering free flu shots at the Cub Pharmacy. Stop by while you shop and let Cub's trusted pharmacists help you take on the season.
Live on the iHeartRadio app. Put your AirPods in and listen to The Dave Ryan Show anywhere. 101.3 KDWB.
On the iHeartRadio app, it's KDWB, or on your regular car radio, it's 101.3 KDWB. Hope you're having a good day so far. These are just dumb little things, little niche things that we hate. It comes from a TikTok audio video.
Yes, it is. It's from a TikTok that I found about niche things that annoy you.
Do you want to play that audio too?
I've got it right here. Here we go. Check it out. This is from TikTok.
When someone asks you for your astrology sign and you tell them, and then they're like, oh, yeah.
T-strap Tory Burch sandals.
When people remark on how drunk you were the night before.
Oh, yeah. When people who are naturally skinny say they want to start going to the gym so they can get toned.
You're at a restaurant with someone and the food comes and they're like, oh my God, how are we going to eat all of this?
When people suggest you buy instead of rent a home.
When people do purposefully, like, awkward photo shoots.
Flash tattoos.
When people are like, I couldn't even sleep past 7 a.m. if I wanted to.
Now, these are
that sounds like Dave. Yeah.
These are 2 women in a car, and they're just like, they look like they just want to sit around and bitch all the time.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it does. So we thought we would ask you, what are your niche things that you hate? So let's do on the Talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app. Just open up the iHeartRadio app, tap that red microphone. You got 30 seconds if you need it to leave us Talkback on niche things that you hate.
Good morning. One of my little pet peeves I hate is when people get on the elevator before you get a chance to even get off of it.
Yes.
So annoying.
Everybody should know that one. Here's another one.
My niche pet peeve is when people will dry their hands on a towel and they leave it all scrunched up. Like, after I dry my hands with the towel, my partner does the same. You kind of pull the towel taut so it dries better and doesn't get all wrinkly and damp and take forever to dry.
Okay. There are a bunch of these little tiny dumb things.
Hi, my name is Kristen, and one niche thing that really bothers me is when people paint on canvases and don't paint the edges. Like, if it's not going to be framed, so it just is empty and looks like it's unfinished.
Now, that is a niche.
Very specific.
Very specific. All right.
This is Becky. I just want to say one of my niche things that I hate is when you're driving down a road and one of the lanes is exit only. That lane is supposed to exit, but then it doesn't exit. I hate that.
Okay. All right. Now you're being ridiculous, and I love it. I love it so much.
When people say actually. So, for instance, that actually looks really good on you. That actually is a really good idea. It's kind of like, I didn't think it was a good idea, but maybe it is. It's always like a backhanded compliment. You actually look really good today. As opposed to me looking crusty most days.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just, and Dave is notorious for doing it all the time.
Called out.
I'll take that. You know what? God forbid I be human. Actually, you've got a point. All right, Jenny, give me your niche little things that you hate.
I mean, mine comes from my years in the service industry when you're clearing dishes from a table and someone makes a dad joke of their empty plate of like, oh, I hated it. Like, shut up. No, you didn't.
I've been guilty.
I was like, I bet you did.
Well, you say things like, how was everything? And the obvious answer is like, oh, it was great. But it's like, no, terrible.
Yeah.
You got any more?
That's the only one.
Okay,
That's like kind of the retail version of that is, oh, it's not ringing up. Does that mean it's free?
All the time. All the time, yes. It must be free. Bailey, what are your niche pet peeves?
Okay, I've got another one that has to do with clothing. Anytime I'm at like the Renaissance Festival or, I don't know, a convention and someone's wearing a hoop skirt, and they just have their dress over top of the hoop skirt so you can see the hoops very clearly, you need to wear a petticoat. Wear a petticoat or an extra 2 skirts underneath the dress so that you can't see the hoop.
Okay, very niche.
That one's super
Do you have
niche.
one, Dave?
Of course I do. Expensive wrinkle cream that doesn't work. So you go online, you're on Instagram, it's like, oh, look, it got rid of my little waddle down here.
Yeah.
And look at that. They show before and after as some guy that's my age, and it's like all the wrinkles go away. So you spend $75 for a month's supply of this garbage. You put it on, and nothing happens.
I have a wrinkle cream. I'm going to bring it in because it's apparently like really good, and I don't have enough wrinkles for it to work. So I'll bring it in tomorrow if you want to try it.
Bring
Okay,
it in.
I'll write it down.
Give me a niche thing that you hate.
I used to work at an ice cream shop, like a Rita's Italian Ice, and people would walk in. Ice cream shops aren't big. Let me just say that. Any Cold Stone or anything you've walked in, people will walk in and say, what flavors do you have today? Look, it's either the whole bin is right
Did they
here.
say that?
They'll be like, hey, what flavor? Do you have this flavor today? Do you see this flavor, Shelly? I'm standing in front of a whole ice cream thing, and there's a menu behind me. Another one is when people say, like, if I said, oh, my day is terrible, I lost my favorite shoes. Well, it could be worse. I don't care. It's still going bad for me.
I gotcha. I'll give you another one. Niche things that I hate. Political signs in yards. What mind do you think you're going to change with a political sign in your yard?
Who knows?
No, I know.
I don't think you're trying to
Nobody's
change a
going to drive
mind.
by the Jacobsons' house and go, God, I never considered that candidate. Shut up, Jacobsons. Take that. And then you know what they do afterward? Throw them in a landfill. There's enough in a landfill. You've done absolutely no good with your political sign in your yard.
We
And
have
I don't
some-
care which side you go for. I don't want to see either one. Put a flamingo in your
Oh, a
yard.
flamingo would be
Yeah.
nice.
You get another one?
We have some text messages.
Okay.
Girls who click their nails on everything. Oh, I can't even think about it. I agree. And that's like everywhere on TikTok where people make their nails like their entire
Yeah, they have,
personality.
like, something like this.
So they hold things in a weird way. And the way that they even scratch their face is just to like show off their like nails and their manicure. Just so strange to me. Someone else says, I cannot stand when you're sitting at a red light and the person in front of you thinks it's a free-for-all to sit on their phone and they don't pay attention to the light color and it turns green and they don't go.
Yep. You give them a little beep,
Guilty.
beep. Okay, yeah.
Can I play you a couple other talkbacks?
Yes,
Yeah.
please do. Yes.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Juanita here. My niche is when my kids text me or call me and we're all in the same house. Why do they do that? Just come and say what you need to say.
They'd have to get
Don't
up.
text me.
I get it.
Honestly, Andrew and I do that to each other. I'll be downstairs, he'll be
Yep.
upstairs. He'll be like, what are you doing? Like,
No,
what
I
are you
get it.
doing?
I gotcha. You got more talkbacks? I got text messages.
Yeah, I'll do one talkback.
Okay, here we go.
My pet peeve is when people at the airport line up in line when it's like 15 minutes before we're even boarding, and then people come and walk right in front of you and step in front of you because they don't think everyone's going to get on the plane on time.
Oh, gosh.
It
I'm
is-
guilty.
It's an interesting phenomenon. Everybody is going to get on the plane, but man, people will throw elbows to be in front of you on the airplane.
Yeah, I don't get that either. When you have an assigned seat, I know that airlines like Southwest are different, but like when you have an assigned seat, I don't know why you're in such a rush to get on the plane.
Yeah.
Outside of maybe you
It's
want
weird.
the overhead storage. But especially if you don't need the overhead storage, why do you care? I'd rather sit in like the open air of the airport longer than the stuffiness of an
Agreed.
airplane.
I'm the same, but I'm opposite from you because I want to get on the airplane quickly too, and I don't know why. Maybe just to get on there and like, I made it. Ooh.
Maybe because
And-
you're worried they'll run out of overhead space for your carry-on?
Jenny just said that.
Oh, sorry. I was listening to talk
Yeah,
back.
but he said it better. He said it better, Dave.
Sorry, I was listening to talk back.
No, I do the same thing. Can I give you another one?
Yes.
Little niche things that I hate. Somebody in front of me ordered an elaborate coffee drink.
Oh,
I
don't
wanna,
hate on us.
No. I want a coffee. You're up there with like, can I get a double with a twist of a chocolate drop on top? Shut up.
I love that
I
they
want a
talk
coffee.
like that.
Can I tell you one more for me that will
Please
make
do.
people mad?
It's so
probably.
fun. It's so fun.
This one, it's just a me thing, I think. But when people refer to children as kiddos and littles,
Oh, I hate that too.
I
my
just-
littles.
I don't-
Yeah, my littles.
and like I'm never gonna say anything about it. Like as they're saying, like, "Oh yeah, me and my kiddos," I'll be like, "Why are you saying that?" I would never do that. But I don't know why we never call them children, or like saying people instead of people start saying humans. Oh, they're such a good human. They're such a kind human.
I say that.
Aren't they a kind person? I don't. Why aren't we saying children and people anymore? I don't understand.
I'm not going to vouch for you on those, but I
Okay.
will say when people say my littles,
Yeah.
it just sounds like, oh, somebody heard it on TikTok, so now they're all going to call them my littles.
Bailey, what about when someone says, my boy Cameron?
My boy Cameron. I kind of like my boy Cameron or my boy Carson.
You mean Carson? My boy
well, I wasn't
Kirsten.
talking about you.
No, not you.
No,
My
not
boy
you. I was
Kirsten.
talking about somebody else.
I'll give you another one. When my Bluetooth doesn't connect, you buy a new Bluetooth device and you look for it. It's like connecting, spinning. Unable to connect at this time. 90% of the time, Bluetooth doesn't connect. I'll give you one more. Airplane Wi-Fi. Airplane Wi-Fi is a scam.
You hate it.
It never works. It never works right. And half the time, the flight attendant comes on and he says, yeah, flight attendant, let you know it's not working today. I've got stuff to do. Do we have more talkbacks?
Yeah, we have a couple.
Okay. These are niche things that you hate on the talkback feature on the iHeartRadio app, if you want to leave us one.
My little niche pet peeve are people who talk on their cell phones, on speakerphone, out loud, with loud conversations, anywhere and everywhere they think. Like, hot dang, I don't want to listen to that. Peace out.
People, I don't think people are aware. I just don't think that, it's. I've seen old people do it. I've seen young people do it. Thanks for all those. We appreciate it. If we missed one, then send us a text. We'll do more in a couple of seconds on KDWB. Vaught stirs the pot coming up next on KDWB.
Luce or Rectangle Pizza, but those are like not huge chains like Domino's. But if I had to order pizza for a bunch of high schoolers, I always go with Domino's. They have the best
You really
coupons.
can't go wrong, yeah.
Yeah, best coupons.
I was going to say it's the coupons for me.
Good coupons
and they're
there.
really quick with their delivery. So I've always been a Domino's girly.
Can we spin back to Dave and his wings and pizza take?
Go.
Yeah. So what do you have at a Super Bowl party?
Well, you can have either one, but I would say at a Super Bowl party, I'm probably going to have wings and probably like Jimmy John's sandwiches or something like that, or Jersey Mike's. Maybe pizza, but I just don't think they go well together. They're both too similar in the richness texture flip department.
So you just don't have both of them on one plate?
I would not. That's me.
That's interesting.
I don't like wings. They don't go with pizza. They're both slimy. They're both rich. They're both saucy. They're both delicious. But it's kind of like having, like two cars that are exactly the same. I don't want two cars that are exactly the same.
Wings and pizza, I don't feel like are anywhere near each other in terms of texture and just the likeness of them.
You can have your own opinion.
This is Von Stirs the Pot.
You do your thing. Another one, Red Savoy Pizza is so good.
I've never had it.
I would agree with that one.
I feel like I should try it.
One of the worst things ever was buying a house near Parkway Pizza because my boyfriend is a frequent member of that place. Like, he should have like a punch card there, the amount he eats that pizza.
It's called Parkway?
Parkway Pizza.
Now I want to try it. I've never heard of it before.
There's a few around the Twin Cities.
Oh, Beluto's is the best pizza in town.
100%. Beluto's is so good. So good. Beluto's and Dave, you should go to Rectangle Pizza because that is really good. Pizza Luce is good, but sometimes it's not wet enough. Beluto's is always wet enough.
You got to have it wet.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like you go to Buffalo
Wet
Wild Wings.
pizza.
You got to order it wet because if you don't, they don't put enough sauce on there.
We were talking about pizza or wings. Now I'm getting pizza.
Either one. Either one. That is it for Von Stirs the Pot. Thank you. We'll be back in a second with What's on Your Radar. We just kind of go around the room. It's like, okay, here's like a pizza place that I discovered, or an app, or a book, or a show that I've been streaming, and mine is actually has to do with true crime, and it is cool, and it's really easy to digest. It's true crime. I'll tell you about it next on What's on Your Radar. Vaughn's got something. Bailey and Jenny do too. And we'll be right back on 101.3 KDWB and on KDWB on the iHeart app.
101.3 KDWB. We're just days away from our 2024 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
The biggest